with that green light. Let's get it. Let's get it, babe. We're back. Hey, guys, how you going? So down BKR Sport. We are back for game number 3 here of the Women's Origin Series, which unfortunately has not gone to a decider. Don't want to hear it from you Blues fans. I've already had to hear enough of it over the last 24 hours. Gee whiz, I tell you what, Instagram, I've had enough of your messages, alright? Can you please hold off on the messages just for a little bit, because the series is not over in the men's, alright? The series might be over in the women's, but the series is not over in the men's. Still plenty of time. So game 2, game 3, come! Don't you worry, if you're a Blues fan, you should know all about that, considering last year when Queensland slapped you game 1, and then you won game 2 and game 3. So hold on a second. Don't get too crazy just yet. But that's talking about the men's. Let's talk about the women's here, where New South Wales are already the champions. Obviously, Queensland did win last year in a great series, and in this year, unfortunately, just weren't able to get up for it. New South Wales have been the better team so far. They won the first game 32-12, before winning the second game 26-6, and you know, Queensland showed a little bit of something for minimal points of the game, but overall, New South Wales women's team just has been that next step better this season. And you can pinpoint certain areas for both the women's and the men's Queensland where they've got similar problems right now. They do. They have aging stars, players that, look, they should start to think about moving into the next direction. And Queensland have kind of done that tonight with the women's team here, where they've actually changed a couple of positions in the spine and moved Ali Brugenshaw away from that 7. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see kind of how that one does pan out. It looks like Queensland recognised this, and now it's just time to see if Queensland men recognise it going into the future as well. But guys, let's get into the 2-team lives here for the final game of Origin for the women's this season. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. We had an absolutely massive stream last night. That was the biggest stream we've ever had on the channel. We were consistently around 1.1, 1.2 thousand people watching live, plus also we went over like 110,000 views in total, which is absolutely insane for our community here in the NRL. Now, people don't realise how, you know, limited the NRL is worldwide comparatively to your American sports like NFL and NBA, your European football like the Premier League and whatnot. These can pull in massive numbers, but for the NRL, we are a tight-knit community here down in Australia, New Zealand, Samoa, Tonga, Fiji, Papua New Guinea, and to see those kind of views was absolutely monumental across the community. So really big shout out to you guys for getting around it. But let's get into these two lineups. So this is at McDonald's Jones Stadium in Newcastle. So New South Wales do get 2 games in New South Wales this year, but did that matter? No, because they actually won in Queensland as well in game 1. Now the ins here for the Blues. Olivia Higgins comes in and Shaylee Bent goes out. The fullback is Abby Church, with the wingers being Jamie Chapman and Jamie Frezard. Centres are Jessica Sturgis and Isabel Kelly, the dynamic Roosters duo there. Isabel Kelly is also the captain, with the 5'8" being Tiana Penatani-Gray and halfback Jessie Southwell. You go to the props of Simone Matalfa and Ellie Johnston, with the number 9 being Keely Davis. Back row is Kezia Apps and Yasmin Clydesdale, with the number 13 being Olivia Kernick. You go to the interchange, Jocelyn Kelleher, Kennedy Sherrington, Sarah Tongatuki, and Emma Veron, with the 18th player replacement being Olivia Higgins. This is, again, like I've said all throughout this series, I did predict New South Wales to win the series. Unfortunately, I did kind of predict New South Wales would win Game 2 and Game 3 in the men's too. But in this series, I did think that New South Wales clearly had a better roster from the outset. I think that overall, the centre pairing of Sturgis and Isabel Kelly is honestly just real hot shit, man. Like, that is a really good centre pairing. They've dominated for the Roosters, and they've dominated here for New South Wales, and that's why you see this team so unbelievable when it comes to scoring. And then you add in Jamie Chapman, one of the best players in the game, playing for the Gold Coast Titans. Abby Church had an incredible game 1 and game 2, and Jamie Frezard is doing her thing there on the wing as well. So that 1 through 5 is absolutely fantastic, and then you get to the absolute domination that Jessie Southwell shows, which is brilliant there for Newcastle. Tiana Penatani-Gray does normally play on the wing for the Sharks, and I believe she played for the wing for the Eels as well, but she is the 5'8" here in this team, and she has been the 5'8" throughout the series so far. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Sharkies do, because I just want to clarify here, the Sharks halves pairings coming into the NRLW this season, I do want to quickly go back and have a look from last year's competition there for, hold on, Telstra Women's Premiership. You go back to 2024, where the Sharkies did make the grand final. I'm pretty certain Penatani was on the wing. So team list, and she was, centre. She was in the centre. She's the captain for the Sharks there. She's in the centres. Now, the 5'8" is Georgia Hanaway, who is actually in the team tonight. No, she's not. anyway, forget me. For some reason, I saw a photo. Maybe she was like an extended bench or something like that, or extended reserve. I'm not too sure. I swear I saw a photo on Instagram with her accepting a jersey. But anyway, Georgia Hanaway is the 6th there, and Taylor Preston is the 7. Emma Tonegado, obviously the fullback. But it'll be interesting to see what the Sharks NRLW team does if they do like, what Tiana Penatani is doing here on the big stage in the Origin in that 5'8" position, because she hasn't put a foot wrong so far. And then you go to the forwards, like Ellie Johnson is just dynamic. Samama Talfa is one of the best players in the game. She's constantly winning awards down there in Canberra Raiders. And overall, you go through their forwards again, and Clydesdale's unbelievable. Kezzy App's unbelievable there at the Tigers, even though she was at the Dragons first. And Olivia Kernick there for the Sydney Roosters. She won the Dally M last year. So that's how crazy good this New South Wales team is. And you look at both the men's and the women's, and right now they are in a real stellar point of where they should be trying to get a dynasty going. And I believe that for both the men's and the women's. This is your time to try and get a dynasty going. Queensland did it in the men's for 8 years. Queensland in the women's have won the last 2 years in a row. There hasn't been a long enough amount of time where Origin has been taken at a serious level in the women's game to really create that dynasty yet for either team. So this is New South Wales' time, in my opinion, to really get going, because Queensland have a lot of questions to ask themselves in this women's team. And like I said, compare it to the men's as well. But let's go to the ins now for Queensland. Destiny Brill, Emily Bass, and Georgia Hanaway, with the outs being Keely Joseph, Rory Owen, and Tamika Upton, which is a huge out there. Absolutely massive out there with Tamika Upton. She's one of the best fullbacks in the game. She's won Dally M. She's killed it for the Broncos. She's killed it for the Knights. She kills it wherever she goes. So that's huge. Also, now I realise what happened there in regards to Georgia Hanaway. She is a Queenslander, so she is playing tonight. She's on the bench for Queensland. I was definitely wondering, I was like, why is Georgia Hanaway? I swear I saw her name, but anyway, a photo. Anyway, I did. It was actually for Queensland, however. Now, the fullback here for the Maroons to make up for the loss of Tamika Upton is Hayley Maddock from the Bronx, with the wingers being Julie Robinson and Jasmine Peters. Centers of Shanae Sholka, and the Titans girl Emily Bass comes in replacement for Rory Owen. Go to the 5'8", which is Taryn Aiken. The halfback is another Titan, Lauren Brown, with the front row forwards being Mackenzie Wheel and Titan, Jessica Elliston. Number 9, Destiny Brill, ex-Titan, and a Titan here in the back row, Sienna Lafifo, with Romy Teitzel as the back row and Chelsea Lenarduzzi as the 13. Then you go to the interchange. Ali Brigginshaw, the captain, she's on the bench tonight, with the rest of the interchange being Georgia Hanaway, Sophie Hollyman, and Tavana Papali'i, with the 18th player replacement being Jada Ferguson. So the biggest thing here is Ali Brigginshaw is not in the starting lineup. She would normally be the 7. She's the staple 7 for many years now, but it has been evident in Game 1 and Game 2 that she just hasn't been up to the pace of it all. And I maintain this throughout all the games so far and all the streams so far, and I will always say it. She has been one of the best players to play in the NRLW and for the women's game. There's nothing that can take away from what Ali Brigginshaw has done for the Broncos. There's nothing that can be taken away from what she's done for Queensland. But unfortunately, you can't run away from time. We're seeing that with Cherry Evans right now, and we're seeing that with Ali Brigginshaw, where they're fantastic players in their own right, and they've done so much. However, time will catch up to you in the end. Now, I do feel like Ali Brigginshaw is getting to the real solid back end of her career now, and we'll really be able to tell when the Broncos get underway in a few weeks' time for the NRLW. I think it's maybe just over a month's time when the NRLW starts. So the point of the matter is that Queensland have made a big ballsy call here to take her out of that lineup and put it. She was actually starting in the 13. So she originally had the 13 on her back. They've actually moved Chelsea Lenarduzzi to be starting there in the 13, and Ali Brigginshaw has gone from 7 to 13 to the bench. So that is clear intention there from Queensland to show that they are looking to go in a new direction, but they still want her around the team. And, this may be her last game. This may be her last Origin appearance, but we'll never know until next year. And again, we won't know until how the Broncos do play with her under the helm at the 7 coming into this season. Overall, you look at that 1 through 5, and it is fantastic. There is a great 1 through 5 here. The only problem is New South Wales 1 through 5, just on paper, is so much better, and they have shown so much better. So I'm going to mute this. It is on paper so much better, and they've shown so much better. Now, when on paper doesn't mean that New South Wales are going to dominate again tonight. It doesn't mean shit. The Queensland girls here, they have absolutely every right to go out and dominate as well, because Jasmine Peters is an absolute killer there for the North Queensland Cowboys. Maddock does what she needs to do there for the Broncos. Julie Robinson's fantastic for the Broncos. Emily Bass does great work for the Gold Coast Titans, and Shisholka, she's phenomenal at the game. But The issue is that if you're going based off what we've seen so far in game 1 and 2, and you're going via on paper, that New South Wales 1 through 5 is overpowered. And then you go to the 6 and 7 here of Taryn Aiken and Lauren Brown. I do really like this. I do think this is an upgrade, unfortunately to say, from Ali Brigginshaw in the 7. Lauren Brown has come in and done a great job there for the Gold Coast Titans when Shente Kirioratu got injured. Or was she the 6th? I can't remember. Anyway, the point about it is Titans women's team has been a little bit all over the shop in the last year with injuries and whatnot. But Lauren Brown has had a great job in the halfback role. Obviously plays a bit of 9 as well. She can play pretty much anywhere. She's a great player in this competition and arguably was a great shout to win the Dally M, I think, last year before she went down injured for a long portion of it, if I can remember correctly. Again, I'm not as in-depth understanding of the entirety of the women's game, but I do have a good understanding of it still, and I believe I can remember that Lauren Brown was top of the Dally M's clearly, very clearly after the first 3 or 4 rounds, I think 3 rounds in a 10-round competition, and then she got injured, and then she was injured for the rest of the season. Might have been even round 4. I can't remember, but yeah, she was absolutely crushing it, and then unfortunately just wasn't able to win that in the end, but I believe that she would have won it. So that is a great halves pairing, because Taryn Aiken is also coming off a premiership there with the Roosters, and she is phenomenal at the 5A. So if I'm looking at that 6 and 7 battle, I think that's really even, but I would actually lean with Queensland here on the basis that although we've seen a great deal from Jessie Southwell and Tiana Penatani-Gray from the first couple of games here, this is a brand new halves pairing here comparatively to the Brigginshaw and Taryn Aiken duo that we've been seeing in game 1 and game 2. So I really back this Queensland halves duo to really show out and to make this game a lot more competitive. And again, that's not denigrating Ali Brigginshaw. She's been fantastic for the game, but I think it's time to start afresh and go new and go into the future. And this is the halves pairing that you probably would be going into the future with, in my opinion. So I really back in these halves here for Queensland. But then you go to the forwards, and they're still missing Shannon Marto. Obviously, Shannon Marto is pregnant. She's having a baby. So unfortunately, she's not able to compete in the Origin this year, and I don't believe she's able to compete in I don't know why I said I don't believe, and she won't be playing for the Titans this year, unfortunately. That is a massive loss, not only for Queensland, but for the Titans, because she is one of the best, if not the best, front rower in the game, in my opinion. She's absolutely incredible. Shannon Marto is a killer. And then you also include her with the dynamic duo of her and Jessica Elliston, who both play for the Gold Coast Titans. Elliston's still playing here today. Mackenzie Will, still fantastic, but there's levels to this, and Shannon Marto is at the top of the game. So she's got a lot to kind of get into to make up for that loss of Shannon Marto, and I haven't seen that so far from the prop department in the first 2 games. So they've got a big job cut out for them when they're going up against Simoima Taufa from the Raiders and Ellie Johnson from the Sharks. That is an unbelievable prop department there. So I do lean with New South Wales in that way as well. You go to that 9 Destiny Brill versus Keely Davis. I do actually like Destiny Brill the most. I think Destiny Brill has done well in her career. Hasn't been able to win anything just yet, but overall, I do think that Destiny Brill is one of the primetime hookers across the competition. So that's a great battle in the hooker department. Back row of Lefippo and Romy Teitzel. Now, Lefippo has played a bit of halfback for the Titans. She's also played maybe a bit of 5'8", if I'm not wrong. Also plays 13, and I think that's her best position in the 13. So it's interesting to see her playing here in the back row. But overall, I think that that's a solid back row there for Queensland. Romy Teitzel does throw a body at the line. Because Yasmin Clydesdale are the 2 of the best in their position. And then you go to the 13 of Olivia Koenig versus Chelsea Lenarduzzi. Lenarduzzi is a massive body, but Olivia Koenig won the Dally M last year. So at the end of the day, guys, I do have to say I think New South Wales win this game. And I would love to say otherwise. I would love to say Queensland get the dub here. I would love to say that we're not going to be able to... We're not going to get done over on the sweep in the women's game, but I think that it is absolutely likely. If Queensland come and win this game, I think it'll be really, really telling that the half situation maybe not has been sorted, but needed to... they've come out in the field, by the way, now. Needed to be adjusted going into the future. Need to start thinking about the future. So, look, the women's game's about to start here. National Anthem's about to get underway. Hopefully, and this is the thing with sweeps as well, guys. Everyone always expects that when, and this is the men's or the women's, and I'll get into the chat in a second, but everyone always expects that when the game goes to game 3 and it's a blowout, the New South Wales or Queensland, whoever has won the first game and the second game, and the third game is a dead rubber. People always imagine that the winning team is always just going to go on with it and sweep. Sweeps are so difficult. They are not impossible, but they are extremely, extremely difficult because one team has already won the series and aren't actually playing for much more than just ego purposes, right? You found this with Queensland a couple of years ago in the men's. You find this quite regularly. The team that has the sweep on the cards doesn't actually care anywhere near enough as much as the team that's about to get swept, right? And look, I think that this does play into the advantage of New South Wales here that it is at home, whilst the one I'm referring to there with Queensland was a couple of years ago and the final game was at a core. But the point of the matter is that don't just expect a sweep just because one team has dominated in game one and game two, because there is so much more to play for on the team who's already lost comparatively to the team who's already won. A sweep doesn't actually change too much overall. It's just a bit of an ego play there. So do keep an eye out that Queensland could come and win this game, even though it's Origin and anybody can win anyway. But do keep an eye out not to just go balls to the wall saying that it's a guaranteed sweep here, despite the fact that New South Wales on paper look absolutely outstanding. So that's what I'll throw out there. But guys, obviously hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, get into the chat. It's actually some random new thing that's been involved in the chat today. It's called something community. Some community thing, which is interesting. I found out about it when I actually made the stream. It just like popped up, so it's cool as. But all right, let's have a look at the chat here. Get around. A couple of donations already firing up. Jeez, what are those? Oh, there's actually like, what are the purple things? Oh, that's just community things. So it shows like who's first, second, and third. Oh, there you go. Appreciate it. Get around here. Olivia Rudy with a $3 donation. It's another day, another donor. Get around you, Olivia. Thank you very much for the donation. Mitchell with the $10 donation says, I'm fiending for feet pics, my friend. What are you, Blitzy? What is this, the Sharks Blitzy over here? Has he hacked your account? Has he hacked your account here, Mitchell? Deary me. Mitchell's, he's just going all over the chat. What's your photo, by the way? Who is that in your photo? I can't even see. I thought it was Tyrese Halliburton for a second. I can't even see who that actually is in the photo, though. But appreciate you for the dono, Mitchell. Olivia Reed with a $3 dono, $3 donation says, no, me first. Who is currently first? Olivia is currently first with 70. Oh, she's tied with Dion Honeycomb. There you go. She is tied, dearie me. Zach Hewitt, welcome. Appreciate you, brother, for joining up as a member. National anthems have been done and dusted, by the way, guys. Have been done and dusted. David with the $2 donation says, how many feet pics does $2 get, please? You guys need help. That's what you need. It gets you a therapy session. Maybe not a good therapy session because it's $2, but it gets you a therapy session nonetheless. That's what you need to do. But all right, the game is about to start here, guys. Snug it in. Let me know who you think wins the game in the chat. Olivia says the shock he is going to have when he opens the stream and sees the crowds. Yeah, well, I had it. Yeah, I knew that there was this new community thing, but I didn't realise that it would just be like right in your face like that. But there you go. And the kickoff has been made, and Queensland doesn't kick a 10. Unbelievable. That's some fantastic work. That is some absolutely outstanding work. Oh, Jay, you wish her. You wish her. And this is actually a fact. I actually refreshed it beforehand. I'm my own man, Jay. You know, you can stop babying me. You gotta stop, baby. I'm my own man, mate. Update it automatically because I've figured it out, mate. I'm all over this shit. I've never been more all over in my life. But Johnson here, first tackle, should get this ball to the 44. Daryl Weller says, true about sweeps, even during the Queensland 8 straight, there was only one clean sweep. Exactly right, Daryl. You know, it's not a regular occasion. And that's crazy to hear that there was only one sweep, though. New South Wales second tackle here at the 30. It is crazy to hear through that 8 in a row. What about the next 3 lot? So there was 8 in a row, and then there was New South Wales who won 1, and then the next 3 lot. Was there a sweep in those 3 as well? You don't usually see sweeps. People just imagine it, but this isn't a good start here for. Actually, have we ever seen a sweep? No, because last year wasn't a sweep, and that was the first time we've had a 3-game series in the women's. So we actually haven't seen a sweep yet. Oh, it's a big crunch and hit there from Queensland, and the ball goes out the back. They lose. That's forward. Well, that's forward. Well, that's forward. No, apparently not. New South Wales with the ball. No, it is forward. Okay. Finally, we got a good call. Is it Belinda Sharp who's the ref today? Who's the ref? Jessica Surges down here. God bless her. Hope she's okay. Craxy says, on the back of what you said about I'm in domination, a really good example was in 2021 when Blues won 50-6, then 26-0, but then lose the third game. Correct. You know, that's a great example because both those first 2 games were absolutely ridiculous, and they slapped Queensland in both game 1 and game 2, but yet couldn't get the sweep. It is, again, not impossible, but it's near enough right? It's near enough. As we just mentioned, that 8 in a row, there was only one time that Queensland could get a sweep. Because it doesn't matter as much. You've already won the series. No one's going to remember the sweep, realistically. No one really remembers sweeps. They don't really remember it, so... Oh, it was a knock-on against Queensland, apparently. So Blues the ball here 5 metres out. Sure. Oh, it is Tyrese Halliburton. Oh, okay, I was right. So I'm all over it, Mitchell. Never been more over it in my life. We said if you're in the top 4 of the leaderboard, we get feet picks. You need help. That's what you need. I've told you this many times, though. Blues here. Oh, nice work by Abby Church, and she'll get taken down 9 metres away from the line. David says, 1 in a row is still in a row. You are an idiot. Mitchell Vela Sports said, I thought you were not going to do the Women's State of Origin. I wasn't going to, but then I decided, you know what, I'll do it because I feel like it. Right-hand side here for the Blues. And, oh, this is going to be very close whether it's a try or not for Jamie Chapo. You do usually back the wingers here, but I think this is a no try. I think her feet do go down. Yeah, so they're going to go to the bunker and say no try here. Let's just see her legs. If she can get this, it's really nice because it's a great tackle here. Yeah, she's going out for sure. Yep. Yeah, she's going out. So her right foot goes down there before the ball goes over the line, so it will be Queenslander ball. Queenslander ball. But you know what I always say? You're only as good as your last game. So if Queensland win this game, we effectively won a series. How about that? You don't like it? Doesn't matter. Perspective's a great thing. And in my perspective, I'm right. Hey? Gotta start thinking. Dion says, this year going to be a clean sweep in both the women's and the men's. Have you not been listening to a single thing that we have just been saying? I know you've been here. You're number 2 in the damn well rankings right now in the community over there. I know you've been here. Have you not been listening to a single thing that I have said at all, or even the chat has said, that are New South Wales fans? Do you realise and recognise how difficult it is to get a clean sweep? Penalty to Queensland here. Penalty to Queensland. Brenton says El Chapo, wrong. Mitchell says he couldn't resist not watching Kezi Apps. No, I could have resisted that. Yeah, I could have resisted that. I definitely could not resist watching Sienna Lafippo, Jessica Elliston, Lauren Brown. You know, the list goes on, mate. The list goes on. Actually, am I missing any Titans there? How many Titans did I... Oh, Emily Bass as well. Jasmine Peters, ex-Titan. Destiny Brill, ex-Titan. Deary me, this is basically Gold Coast Titans over here. Tavana Papali'i, future Titan. You know, unbelievable. This is basically Titans right now. So Queensland now with the ball at the 35, now the 30, and it's going to be second tackle. Darryl Willis says, only sweep was 2010, 2015 to 2017 was also 2-1 to Queensland. So they're very rare. Yeah, they are. There really wouldn't be many sweeps at all going back all the way back to 1980 when it first started, and New South Wales wasn't using Queensland players to win their origin back before the 80s. So it's going to be fifth tackle here, 10 metres away from the line. Sorry, fourth tackle. Queensland with the ball, Destiny Brill. It was a bit of a slow play there, but Romy Teitzel, she'll get this ball to the 9. Gets the offload away. Lauren Brown, go Loza. Go Loza. Loza underneath here. And Shisoka will be taken back at the 10, fifth tackle. Craig says, Dion, even if we win in Perth, we will lose in Sydney. The team lists are too close for a sweep. I agree. The Queensland with a chance. Oh, the ball will. Try time for Queensland. Ah, boom, baby. Queenslander. Queenslander. Is that Sienna Lafippo as well? Is that Sienna? Yes, it is. This is a Titans show all day. This is the Gold Coast Titans all up in you, son. The ball bounces out the back there in Queensland. Quite lucky there. The ball gets knocked out the back by Abby Church. She just couldn't grab onto it. And then luckily it bounces up just before the line for Sienna Lafippo to grab it, put it down. Oh! They might look at the left hand here first. They may look at the left hand, but it's going to be close. It's going to be very close. This is very close. Hand touch the chalk. It's very close. I want to see a slow-mo of it. And... oh, this might be still a try. This is so close. This is definitely 50-50. And it was called a try. This is going to be a very tough one. 30 minutes to go the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. This is very 50-50, but Belinda Sharp has called a try. They will have to go extremely slow motion to see this. Like, it's very obvious that it's close. So they're going out to the bunker. We all knew this was coming. But we just... Because if it's simultaneous, then it's out. Okay, very, very slow. Oh, left. Oh, it's simultaneous. It's out. Well, incorrect. Well, it's not prior to the ball being grounded, bunker. You don't need to lie to us. We can all see it. It's simultaneous, which ultimately means that she's out. Like, for him to sit there and say that it's prior, when the ball, when the frozen play is the finger on the ground, on the line, plus the ball down on the ground, it's just idiocy. Tell it how it is. It's simultaneous. A knock on here from New South Wales in the first tackle. So Queensland will get the ball here at the 25. Tink to score is crazy. Tink to score? What do you mean? Davis is Blaze officially entering his girl boss era, rocking his headband in the spontaneous stream. Need a Stanley Cup, though, to go full boss bitch mode, though. Not happening. Not doing it at the Stanley Cup. If I was there in America, I would, but not doing that one. But this is also... I'm in Thailand, buddy. So you're disrespecting our culture right now. Don't be a disrespectful man. You know, don't be disrespecting our culture, mate. Huh? Come on, mate. Sassy as fuck. So first tackle now for Queensland there at 15. Come on, man. Gee whiz, David. But you're absolutely right as well. This is my girl boss era. 5 metres out. They go out to the right. Destiny Brill. So close. 2 metres away from the line. Third tackle. Klaus Boulder says Queensland who? Queensland going to win this game. And their last game they would have won. And you're only as good as your last game. How about that? 4th tackle here. Half a metre short of the line for Queensland. They roll it back to Destiny Brill. Field goal. Taryn Aiken. Robbie Teitzel. Not the play there, unfortunately. Not the play. Skimmy says who won the series. No. We don't talk about that. No, we don't talk about that. We only play game by game at this point. Lauren Brown, she'll kick it through. Sit it up. Oh, it's touched a leg. Okay, so it'll be a dropout coming up here to Queensland. Dropout coming up. Olivia says, I lost big on my bets yesterday. I had Tina to score both teams to be 13 plus before the first half and DC to win the POM. I'll play with match. There's a different POM is different terminology here on the channel, Olivia. You know this, but DC couldn't have been further away from it. The 13 plus for the first half was interesting, considering I didn't think it was going to be a high-scoring game. Defensively, Origin usually in game 1 is usually like a 14-12 kind of time score. Game 2 is usually a bit of a blowout to the team who actually lost the first game. Usually wins game 2 by a bigger margin. It's kind of gone away from this the last couple of years, but that's how Origin tends to go. Where the first game is KG 14-12, 16-14 kind of deal, 1-12, and then the second game is where it really blows out, but for the team who needs to win. So hopefully that's a sign. Right-hand side, and you saw it last year. You did see it last year as well, actually. All right, so Queensland now, 10 metres away from the line, third tackle. They'll give it out to Taryn Aiken, then off to Chelsea Leonard Dutzy, and she's 8 metres away from the line, fourth tackle. I'm actually impressed that oh, that's a penalty. That's a penalty. Well, no, Belinda Sharp. Well, no. You don't just say, oh, no, it's all good, we take the ball back. It's not how it works, Belinda. No. Like, there's been a player who slapped at the ball. Oh, Belinda. She's done it again. Short ball, right inside. Tries out Queenslander. Take that one off us, Mother Bishes. Take that one off us. And Mackenzie Wheel with the try next to the post. It is 4-0. Queenslander. Boom, boom. Get that in you, son. Megabyte says, mentally it's hard to compete at Origin level when players know they already won the series. Yeah, I said this before, I agree. That's why clean sweeps are so rare. Absolutely. You know, and I said this with Queensland. If you guys were on my streams a couple of years ago, you know, I said this with Queensland. I didn't tip Queensland to win the game because I know how much teams just don't really care. Like, if you have to have a strong mentality as a team to overcome the best players, regardless of the banter and the shit talk and whatnot. Queensland, that's the best players, some of the best players in the comp. And New South Wales, that's some of the best players in the comp. Regardless of who wins and regardless of who loses, both teams had some of the best players in the competition. So you still need to overcome these guys all 3 games, and it's very embarrassing. And it's something that no player or fan can cop and handle. It is bullshit embarrassing to have a sweep. I don't know in my life if I've seen New South Wales sweep. Can someone clarify for me? New South Wales fans, I'm sure you'll be happy to. Is there a time? And I'll say after 2000 because I was before that I was 6 years old, so I wouldn't have really cared too much. After 2000, I know the Blues won 3 in a row. I think in the early 2000s. Was there a sweep there? David says I was waiting for G's coming to get collared by Felicia. What did G say? I feel bad for Tino wasting his prime at the Titans. No offense, Blaze. Fuck off. Dion says, where's this game being played? In Newcastle, mate, at McDonald Jones Stadium. Skidamini says, donate a Subway sandwich. A succulent Chinese meal? Yes. There is Subway here. There is Subway here. Go on in. Klaus Spolder says, Queensland always say, yeah, we'll win, but after game they tell why they didn't. Okay, well, that's New South Wales education system right there. That was a fantastic comment there from someone who didn't even know what he was saying. Just a reminder, Queensland have won more Origin games and also more Origin series. So I don't know what planet you might be living on, Klaus, but I'm certain that it's not our planet. And if it is on our planet, definitely not in Australia. So it's third tackle now to 45. David says, G sounds like an attempt to say G's, but with a lisp. I don't even need to roast people in the chat anymore. You guys just do it for me. So Queensland now 4 tackle cheese, but with a lisp is a good one. I love being 4 hours behind. Thanks, 9 now. Well, it's good that you love it, Mitchell. It's very good that you love it. I used to stream the Origin games via 9 now. Queensland, good offload, good run as well, but they'll be taking it out to 30. I used to have to stream them from 9 now, and I was well behind. So that was where we had to say, like, don't ruin it in the chat, because a lot of people would comment before I'd see it. Queensland put it up in the air. Good kick, good area. Bounce. Queensland, get it! George! She's actually been stopped over the line. Well done. Who is that who stopped that over the line? Emily Bass grabs it. Abby Church, I think it is. I'm pretty certain she stopped her. That is a great try save from Abby Church. The Parramatta Eels have got a good one, eh? Okay, says Mitchell, live TV exists. Yeah, but not many people have TVs anymore, bro. Everything just comes to the computer. You've got everything at you don't have to watch a TV schedule anymore, you know? The only reason TVs were relevant because you had to watch the TV schedule. We didn't really have a massive computer thing at the moment. So TVs are kind of, like, it's only good to, I guess, if you want a bigger screen than a computer/laptop. You would have just always thought that she was getting there, but she's not going to get there. I don't believe it. I think she gets held up. Yeah, it's great work from Abby Church, and that'll be 5th tackle. That'll be 5th tackle. Dasmate says 2000 was the last New South Wales sweep. Well, there you go. Megabyte says, I'm so done with Channel 9 commentary, they're so bad. Well, that's why you hear it, isn't it? Kamala says, Maroons all day. Get around you, Kamala. Get around ya. Any Blues fan here? Be more like Kamala. You know, not like you. If you're a Blues fan, don't be more like you. Be more like Kamala. Not Kamala Harris. Kamala in the chat. Livy says, mute button is cool. Not here, though. Not here. I watched Queensland win 8 years in a row. I can handle New South Wales winning a few series every now and again. Sure. Not the greatest mentality ever, but sure. Yeah. Okay, I will never forget, and I say this all the time here, second tackle for the Blues at the 20, they'll get a penalty. I will never forget the feeling I had when I saw Jared Hayne running that ball back. As you got to remember, like, 2006 was when Queensland started the era of 8 years in a row. And then it didn't finish until 2014. So in 2006, I was 12. Until I was 20, until I was 20, from 12 to 20, Queensland had not lost. Like, that's from a young lad just getting into the rugby league and fully starting to understand it and whatnot. Third tackle with the Blues, now 4th at the 35. It's starting to, like, you've gone through that whole, that's a whole era worth of just seeing one result. And for your team, I will never forget that moment Jared Hayne was running away. It was the most like, I know the New South Wales fans have been saying the same thing, but for the opposite reason. It was such a heartbreaking moment, man. It was just like, what the fuck is happening? You couldn't even piece it together, knock on from the Blues to the 20. You couldn't even piece it together in your mind, like, that New South Wales were actually going to win. I couldn't believe it. I was with, I was with a couple of my friends, and they were all too drunk, I think. But Jason was there, and we were just, and he's not like a huge Origin rugby league fan, but even he was watching it and he was just shocked. And then I had to deal with a girl who's like my sister. She was there and she doesn't care about rugby league at all, but she was just like, "Ha, New South Wales won. Wow, that's cool." No, mate. No, that's not cool, buddy. Second tackle now. Dasmate says Queensland won 8 in a row, but only one sweep, not dominant in my opinion. Okay. Well, Dasmate, little Dasmate, why don't you go and tell me, as you just said before, when the last time New South Wales swept, and that was, I'm pretty certain, before majority of people here were born. David says living through 8 series losses in a row as a teen has meant that as an adult, no matter how good of a squad we have, I still can't be confident ever. Yeah, and it's set Queenslanders up for a completely opposite precedent and foundation where you believe no matter what, Queensland are going to win. You know, and that's why you will see Queenslanders confident of an upset even when there's a reason why it's an upset. New South Wales get the ball here at the 20. You know, there's a reason why they're the massive underdogs. It's like it's set myself up. Luckily, I do this every day, so I'm able to see through the bias and see through that kind of shit to give a relatively decent analytical opinion. Doesn't mean it's right, but I have a good idea about what I'm watching, so I'm able to see. That's why I said New South Wales are the favourites for a reason last night. I'm going to tip Queensland because they don't usually lose at Suncorp, and I am a Queensland fan, but there was a reason that New South Wales were the favourites last night. That's a penalty to New South Wales at the 40. High tackle. Jay says, I've rigged the Perth Origin, had a chat with my Chinese business friends, put your house in the Cane Toads game too. Well, it's usually how the trend goes, mate. Usually the team that loses game 1 in a close one, even though the score reflects a close one, but it wasn't really a close one. But it should have been a close one if they had gone for the 2, though. If they had gone for the 2. The point is that game 2 usually is a blowout to the team that lost game 1, and then game 3 is a decider, 50-50, see how it goes. So I would not be surprised with that. But that doesn't mean that I think that on paper it will be like that. I want to see what the team list is. I want to see what team list they put out there. David says it's been a long time. Jared Hayne after the Origin win and after his first... Okay, not reading the rest of that comment. So the Blues now 30 metres out, second tackle. What's happening here in regards to... She was on the Gold Coast and jet ski doing backflips? What the hell's happening here? Jessica Sturgis now. She'll get out to the right-hand side. 11 metres out now from the line. Third tackle. They give it across to Kezi Apps. Kezi Apps, good pass here to Olivia Koenig. And Koenig will be 4 metres away from the line. 20 minutes to go here of the first half, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. That should be a 6 again there for the Blues, but Belinda hasn't called it. Out to the right, they give it to Tiana Penatani-Gray. She'll run it. Gets the offload away. Goes backwards, luckily for them. Kezi Apps. Steps around 1. You should never be getting stepped by Kezi Apps. Come on. You should never be getting stepped by Kezi Apps. Jamie Chapman now picks the ball up, and then she'll get crunched back to the 10. Fit tackle. 10 metres away. Out now to Southwell. Southwell looks out to the corner. There's plenty of Queenslanders out here. Blues knock it back. There's a good chance here for Samama Talfa. She runs it herself. I don't think she'll be able to get there, and she will not. That's not Talfa, by the way. Who was that? 5 metres out. It was Yasmin Clydesdale, sorry. So it will be Queensland ball here at the 5. Daryl says, this year just gives me vibes of 2017 when New South Wales beat Queensland 28-4, game 1 in Brizzy, and Queensland went on to win the series 2-1. It's not over yet. See, Daryl, this is what I'm trying to say to Blues fans online. You know, obviously, this is what happens every Origin series, every single Origin series, where whether it's Queensland, New South Wales, that's a penalty Queensland. Queensland get the penalty 13 metres out from their own line. It happens every single year. Whoever wins game 1 thinks they've won the series. Right? Last year was a bit different because New South Wales also thought they were going to lose the series based on the fact of the Siwaliti being out and plus a few injuries, forgetting that Queensland also plays out and whatnot. But at the end of the day, if New South Wales fans right this very second should be very well aware of what happened last year where Queensland pumped the shit out of the Blues at a core stadium in game 1 and then New South Wales came and pumped the shit out of Queensland in game 2 and then again in game 3 at Suncorp. So it's like anything can still happen and still change. So I wouldn't be going too crazy just yet. However, you will see people just talking shit for the sake of it because for the most part they might be casual watchers of the game. But also secondly, I don't think they care about kind of how the game works and that it is a 3-game series. Like I had somebody telling me that I put on my Instagram story. I had somebody telling me that it was over. Series is done. It's like, mate, you would have said the same thing last year. New South Wales looked awful in game 1. Oh, I don't think that was a knock-on. I thought she caught that ball before it hit the ground. They've said knock on here, Queensland. I disagree. I think they might challenge this, and they will challenge this. They will challenge this. But the point is, someone was telling me, oh, no, it's game over. Series done. And I was just like, yeah, but this happened last year. You know, the same thing happened last year. Just let the series play out, ladies and gentlemen. Dion says last year had an extra person game one. No shit, Sherlock, but also Queensland were leading 6-0 before that happened. And also, secondly, it was a deserved send-off. Like, she's caught the... She's caught it. No, it doesn't touch the hand of the Blues. It's very easy to argue around this, Dion. Again, to remind you, Queensland were leading. Yeah, she's had the ball, so it'll be challenge successful. So third tackle at Queensland at 45. At the end of the day, Queensland were up 6-0 prior to that moment. And then Suaalii comes in and takes the head off of a player. Regardless of what anybody thinks, that is a send-off. In that context, with the fact that his shoulder, direct to the head, forceful, and Reese has gone off as well. Like, at the end of the day, that is a fact. That's not on anybody else's fault besides you guys. It's not on anybody else's fault besides Suaalii. So, that's irregardless. And also, Queensland ended up winning that game 38-12 because of an action that you did. So, that argument means absolutely jack shit. It's not like it wasn't a controversial call. I was calling it the exact same way then, and I'm calling it the exact same way now. New South Wales ball here at the 30. Dasman says, should be legal since the NRL love to promote it in their Origin promo this year. Yeah, but they promo the Battle of Brookvale, you know, the Glenn Stewart and Adam Blair fight from 2011. And it's like, we don't see fights. We're not allowed to see fights. They're not allowed to throw punches or they will be banned. Send off a legit. Correct. Brenton says, Skidder, she probably also a middle leg. Yeah, but the difference between 2017 and this year is 2017 had 2 games in Queensland. Sure, but also, again, last year, Queensland won in New South Wales and New South Wales won in Queensland. So, at the end of the day, it's just a footy field at this point, regardless of where it is. Just it comes down to who wants more. Fit tackle here for the Blues at the 18. But, like, sure. But oh, Biffo! Chapo going at Julie Robinson there. Whoa! A little bit of a slap tickle. A little bit of how you going. A little bit of wake-up call. Come on now. Biffo. I can't even back my Queensland sister here in Julian Robinson because Jamie Chapo, I back her week in, week out, day in, day out. Chapo's a machine. All right, so Blues, did they get a penalty? Fair enough. Daryl says, Furman needs to start in second row game 2. I called this before the game started, I agree. First tackle here. It made no sense to have Cotter there. Nene didn't do much, but it made no sense to have Cotter there. Put him to the bench, or put him into the starting front row. Put Mo to the bench. Out of the left-hand side, I'll put Lindsay Collins. I've got a few things that I would say in regards to what Abby Church, in regards to the team list going to game 2, but I don't think Billy will do it. Third tackle now 5 metres away from the line. Can't be doing the old dick twist here, Daz, unfortunately. So third tackle out to Southwell. Southwell gives it to Tiana Penatani. Gray gets out of the wing here for Chapo. Chapo, that's a great tackle by Julie Robinson, man. Where there was a one-on-one to see how that fight, kind of the result of it, and Robinson wins battle number 1 post-fight. Kezi Apps, she'll be taken down 5 metres away for tackle. This is good defence here from Queensland. It's good defence here from Queensland. Out to Southwell. Good rush-up defence. Good rush-up defence. Oh, no, that wasn't good rush-up defence. Oh, it was good until it wasn't, man. Oh, as soon as whoever it was, like, you could see that she was shaping up to pass the ball back. This is the issue that I find with the women's game, right? The issue is that a lot of the time you can see the next play that's coming because the game is still in its development. This wasn't hidden well at all. I don't know why you even come in to make the tackle on the player that's showing her back in a play on fit tackle where they're clearly going to pass the ball out to the left-hand side. Like, there was nothing hidden about that. That was not a shock what just happened. I don't know why Queensland even went to initiate contact with the player that had the ball, was standing with her back to the try line, is facing this way. Why is whoever the centre is here, I think it might have been Shisholka, why does she then stop going for the woman that's here, but she goes in for the player who's facing her own try line? What is she going to do from that place? If you don't go for her, what is she going to do? She still has to turn around. She still has to make a big play. And now Queensland have covered across. The decision-making there makes absolutely zero sense in any world. Watch it again. It's very slow play. Right there. Like, why? Is it Shasholka? It was. Shasholka comes in to the player with her back to the try line. Like, Abby Church is having a great game, but I'm sorry, Shasholka's going to be doing way better than that. David says, New South Wales fans, we lost an unlosable series against the worst Queensland. Oh, maybe no try here. What's happening here? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Isabel Kelly open to the line. Does she put it down here? And... oh, no, she hasn't put it... oh, no, she... oh. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, she's still got it. It hasn't gone down yet. Oh, no, she didn't actually get it down. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. She's still up here. Did she throw the ball away? I was fit tackle anyway. It was fit tackle, so regardless, it's... well, no. Oh, okay, no, that's correct. No, so you'll get a fit tackle option again. You'll get a fit tackle play again. So Sinead Sissoko, you're very lucky. So that is true. She doesn't put the ball down. Unfortunately, her own arm prevents her from going down. However, because it wasn't a tackle, she doesn't go out and Belinda Sharp calls her whistle. It means we do go back for the previous play rather than it being a fit tackle. Don Finlayson says that whole play is a chopsticks in the eyes moment. There is a lot of... what's happening here? It's not think that it should be a changeover, but it's not. Okay, Gus Gould, that's enough out of you, man. That's a try out of every... that's crazy of a statement to make from a professional commentator here in Gus Gould. He just said that's a try every afternoon in A grade. Come on, man, do better. Up it goes. Queensland grab the ball and they'll be taken down 1 metre out from the line. At the end of the day, she didn't put the ball down. You know the rules of the game. She didn't put the ball down. Are you saying that the women's game isn't good because of that? I will say that I do have... it obviously is in its development stage, but that's a pretty rough statement to be making on live TV there from Gus. And knock on here from Queensland. 13 metres out from their own line. I don't think I've ever seen that. It has happened in the men's game before. I couldn't pinpoint it, but my brain is recollecting a moment like that. Skitter says, Daz, is your name Dylan? Mate, did I post a story tagging you, Daz? On Insta, maybe? David says, did she just not perform the most important action in rugby league and plant the ball over the try line? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much, mate. So New South Wales with the ball here, 15 metres out. They give it off to Tiana Pantani-Gray, then back to Tiana Pantani-Gray from Southwell, and she'll be taken down here at the 20. Plenty of stories. Well, there you go. That'd be why. Daz Dillon, mate. Daz Dillon Dildo, mate. Second tackle now. 10 metres away from the line. They go out to the right to Tiana Pantani-Gray. They go down this wing again. Try time surely, and she deserves it. Jessica Sturgis will score, and that's bad Queensland defence again. I'm sorry, the 2 times that Queensland defending-wise, that's been atrocious. You can see that if they're within 10 over that side, they will score every single time. That was a great stop from Julie Robinson before, but Queensland have been lacking numbers on the left-hand side all night. It's just lucky that Julie Robinson was able to go toe-to-toe with Jamie Chapo before. This try was too easy. Just like the previous try was way too easy because of a really inept decision-making process from Sinead Sissoko. This one, obviously, is a try, and there's nothing wrong with it. Terrible. Chris says, yes, if Jamie Chapman scores now, I'll give the sub. So, do you have a bet of Sturgis and Jamie Chapman to score? How much do you win? Brett Neslick says, Sturgis with the big don't argue. Bushka. It wasn't even really a don't argue. She had plenty of space, but yeah, she did have a bit of a bushka. No, I just noticed his tag thing was Dill Pickle. On YouTube. Dearie me. David says, Daz mate, aka Dylan, aka Daz Dylan mate, aka Triple D, aka Daz Dylan and Dildos, aka Big D. That is Daz. That is Daz. You wait until I start talking about what's on Jay's Facebook. Craxy says I win a massive total of $7. All right, we take the sub. We take the sub, mate. We take the sub. Go, Chapo. Haggadaz says, if you were the Maroons coach, would you make changes? Who's on your mind? 1 second. Southwell will miss a kick. So it will say 6-4 here to Queensland with 12.5 minutes to go here the first half. If I'm the Queensland coach, I'm keeping Callum Ponga. I am probably going to keep 1 through 5. I know Val Holmes had a really rough game, but I'm probably going to keep 1 through 5. I am probably leaving Cherry in 7 and Munson in 6. I am. But I would change a lot of the forwards. I would probably put Mo to the bench. I would put Ruben Cotter into the front row. I would have Ben Hunt starting 9 if he's fit and healthy. Harry Grant at the 14, but then again, what do you do with Tom Dearden? But then again, Harry Grant's not really doing too much. I would have Beau Firm in the back row. I wish Tom Gilbert was fit and healthy. I'd have him over Jeremiah Nene. Stuff like that. I'd have to look at the team list again, but stuff like that. But I don't think you can change the halves pair in Queensland now. The Big Dazbowski. That's him. I'm just a poor watch merchant. Just a poor watch merchant, mate. Good old watches. So New South Wales now will be taken down here at the 40. So who's leading this community thing right now? Klaus Boulder is leading. Oh, he's equal with Olivia, Mitchell, and Dion, but... Oh, wait, I don't know. It's all got 75 XP. I don't know what it means. I don't know. Is it just like comments, or is it donations, or what is it? I don't actually know what the community thing means and how you can get to number 1. Queensland will get the ball here after New South Wales knock it on. And it'll be Queensland ball at the 45 at their own side of the field. Shay's just another struggler, but don't mind him. He's a battler, mate. The old Jay Hayes, dearie me, he's a battler. He is a battler. So I was just checking something out here. I sent $6 and nothing happened. Rigged. Well, you're number 2. I think you went number 1 when you do it. Like, I would say do it again just so we can see what it does. But that's completely up to you. I'm not begging for it. I'm just saying, like, it'd be cool if someone actually sent something just to see if we can see someone clearly go into the lead or whatever. I really, Olivia, you have to send 600. Unfortunately, she didn't win her bets yesterday. We do like it when she wins her bet when she wins her bets. Queensland now. Okay, so Olivia sent $3 there. Let's see what it does. Does it do anything? Maybe it hasn't updated yet, because how would she still be in number 2? Maybe it's still beta. Blazers streams a pay to win. Pay to win. Queensland now 4th tackle at 20. This is pay to win. We have no idea how you pay to win, but it's pay to win. Maybe it's still in like the beta area of it. That's a high tackle. That's a high tackle there from Tiana Pantani. Excuse me, Belinda? Excuse me? Wouldn't my XP go up? I'm sure it should. This is the first day it's on YouTube, though. Like, I didn't do anything for it to happen. It just came. But thank you very much for your $3 donation. And Queensland with a really strange set there, but should have received a penalty for high tackle. Olivia wants her feet picks, please. Hey, my feet, I've got nothing on my feet right now. Showing feet on camera is going to need a bit more than $3, unfortunately. It's going to need a bit more than $3 because there'd be some people out there who would actually get into it. And you're silly. Apparently it resets every stream. Every scam. Oh, wow, Olivia, you call me a scammer. Wow, well, it did just come from India. I was in India for 2 months, so I get it. Damn. So 3rd tackle now for the Blues. 10 minutes to go in the first half, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Blues the ball here at the 40. You know, it's crazy, by the way. BKRtravel went up like 80 subscribers yesterday as well. We went up 1,200 subscribers here on the channel and then 80 over there. I don't even think I mentioned it once. It was the pinned comment in the chat. I don't even think I mentioned it once. So Queensland will get this ball at the 5 and bring it out to about the 10. First tackle. Keeps the kids occupied. Are you calling Olivia a kid, Jay? Is this what you're doing? David says it just came. Blazing Thailand 2025. That is correct. That is what happened. Just happened. Just came. All over the place. 3rd tackle here at the 30. GT says, come on, girls. We need a win after the men's loss. Well, they're up 6-4 right now, mate, and I'm arguing for 30 minutes to be the maximum in women's rugby league. Don't twist my words. Hey, just throwing it out there. You're saying keeps the kids occupied. You're talking about the community thing. Well, you know. Did you hit 100k views on last night's stream? Yeah. We got over 100k, Brendan, which is gigantic for the NRL community. If I don't get my feet pics, I will call it a scam. Unfortunately, we're gonna need more than $3 for some feet pics. But Craxy with the BKR Sport gifted membership, get around you, and it's Davo. Davo gets around it. He's always here. He's here right now. There you go. Davo just got gifted membership. Appreciate you, Craxy. So that's out in the fall there from Queensland. So Blues ball here at the 50, and now they'll get the ball to the 45 on first tackle. The YouTube really squeezing that live user engagement nut for all it's worth. Mate, you're having fun. That's all that matters. You know, we're all just about fun. We don't care about results, do we? No. Last night, we don't care about that. We only care about being top of the community leaderboard. So does that make Craxy go up on the list? No. Apparently Craxy's not even in the top 21. I don't know how it works. New South Wales will get the offload here. 30 metres out, third tackle. So, do I have a number now? No, I don't. Listen, YouTube's a scam. It's not me, man. And by the way, Chapo didn't score, so you will still owe us a membership once Chapo scores, because that was separate. So, left-hand side here for the Blues. Now they give it off to Church. Kicks it through, and she'll get taken back into the in-goal. So, it will be a Queensland drop out here to the Blues. Dom Finlayson with a $3 review donation. Let's see if that changes. Biffo! Biffo! Bush! Bush! Slap him. Huh? Come on. David, you're welcome, mate. Put it towards some hard solos. I can't drink hard solos right now. Travis says, whose feet, though? They're asking for my feet, mate. Unfortunately, it's going to take more than $3 for the feet. I know on OnlyFans, they're making 1,000. On OnlyFans, they're making the big bucks for showing their feet. Making big old bucks. Queensland with a drop out to the 20, where Tana Penatani Gray grabs it and gives it off to Kennedy Charrington. I'm 15 on the rank. Oh, so it has changed. Oh, it has changed. You're 15 on the rank. No, Mitchell Vella Wrestling is. I can't see you on the rank. So you have gone up then. So right-hand side here for the Blues, and that's a really good tackle there by Romy Teitzel. No, it's Sienna Lafippo with the great tackle, sorry, 8 metres out. Third tackle, 5.5 minutes to go here the first half. The Blues have been coming strong at the end of this first half, but can they get over the line once more and take the lead? The Blues go back out. Look at the numbers they've got out here, man. But that's good cover defence from Queensland. Jamie Chapman runs back inside, 3 metres away from the line. Oh, 4 now. It has gone up. Well, surely Olivia's number 1 then. How is Olivia not going up? Surely. All right, out of the right to Southwell. She kicks it through. I would have let that probably go. Oh, maybe not. Oh, no, and she's lost the ball. Oh, I probably would have let it go, to be fair. But she grabbed it and then dropped it straight away. So now Blues 0 tackle, 5 metres out. You're kidding. You're kidding. Now it's tackle 0 again after another 6 again. Oh, that defense is just pathetic. And that comes on the back of your own effort again. I'm sorry, but Queensland, you are gifting this game to New South Wales. You're gifting the game to New South Wales. The defense is just non-existent. It's fantastic until it just is not. You know, it is fantastic until it really isn't. You should never be dropping that ball there, Romy Teitzel. Never, ever, ever. And then you just gifted a try to the Blues. Just gifted a try to the Blues there. And it's a great pass there from Southwell, but Queensland have just given this game. Jay says, wonder if you lose it all if you get timed out. Oh, no. I love that tattooed New South Wales winger. I'd put her in the sin bin. I love that tattooed New South Wales winger. I'd put her in the sin bin. What are you talking about? So, big homie Dave is in 15th now. So, Jay is in 9th. I think that... How is Klaus number 1, though? Klaus didn't donate. I don't think, did he? And commented like once or twice. How is Klaus number 1? Skinnermedia with a $3 donation says rigged, and Craxy with a $2 donation says let's get my ranking up. Don't know why I care. Well, because it's the most important thing in town right now, mate. Most important thing in town, and she will hit the post and miss the kick. So we'll stay 8-6 here to the Blues with 3 minutes to go of the first half. Daryl says hopefully their heads don't drop too much after that. Well, yeah, we're going to wake up because you've just gifted a try for free. Bloody terrible by the 12 of Queensland. Yep, said Watson. Yeah, no, I've been saying it. Travis says that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, though. You're saying that you love the tattooed New South Wales winger and you'd put her in the sin bin. I don't know what that means. Are you making like a sexual reference, or are you saying something? I don't know what that means. Like, you're saying that you love her, but you'd put her in the sin bin. I don't get it. Klaus stop Hogan first place. A clean version of sexualizing. He does need help, Olivia. This is absolutely spot on. He very much so needs help. But I look at the community thing and it just says that everyone's on 75 XP. I don't know. Penalty to New South Wales here. Well, Queensland just same old, really, at the moment. It really is. I wouldn't send them your feet. Not sending the feet. To a place that I belong. This series is over. Queensland won. He's been timed out by Mitchell. Skidamani says, I got charged $15. My card has actually got something wrong with it. No, you got charged $3. David says, Blaze, why do you have the fraud alert on the Sharks, buddy? That's because the Sharks are massive fraud alerts, buddy. Mitchell says, I'll put you in the sin bin because I feel like it. Hey, well, then you can at least join Julie Robinson. XP reminds me of back in the day playing Fortnite. That's what it is, mate. You got to bop to the top. Slip and slide and ride that rhythm, mate. Bop to the top. Slip and slide and ride that rhythm. All the way to the top of the community board. If you don't get that reference, I'm not explaining it to you. So 2 minutes 44 left in the first half. Shanasia Sholka, God bless her, she'll go off the field here with a bit of an injury. Did Gus just say that's gout? It's a penalty in New South Wales. No clue. You missed out on the primetime movies, mate. You missed out on some primetime movies if you don't get the bop to the top, slip and slide, and ride that rhythm. It's a great movie. Don't bring up Fortnite, it'll summon Sloth Boy. That is true. I put money on the Titans to beat the Storm this week. They were paying good money, too good of money at the tab to ignore it. Hey, well, good luck, man. Hadahoni says, you reckon it's going to be? Do I reckon it's going to be? I reckon it could be, but it also could not be. That is the question. But I think that it could be, sure. Yeah, it could be. So second tackle now at the 40. They go out to the right. Might be. No, only could be, Seb Watson. You can't be silly now. This is a serious channel, Seb Watson. It couldn't. It might not be. No. But could be. Yeah, it could be. Not might be. You got to really start to understand, Seb. Don't be silly here. So Blues now at the 20. Well, Storm a shit away. We only won one away game. Okay. Do you know who you're playing? So fourth tackle here at the 20. And the Blues now fifth tackle at the 20. I'm number one again. Olivia, she's fired up. Olivia's fired up. Oh, and Klaus has dropped the third. Oh, the XP. Travsy's in second. Olivia's in first. Oh, my gosh. It's just gone all over the shop. So it's not a scam. It just updates. It just updates late. See, Olivia, you got to stop calling scammers. Got to stop calling scammers. David says, is it going to be or not going to be? William Shakespeare. He did actually say those words himself. I was there. So Queensland are on third tackle of 5 metres out. It's comments. No, I don't think it is because, again, Klaus commented once. Another knock-on from Queensland, mind you. Queensland have been awful. They've been given everything to New South Wales. Maybe because I did, it helped. Maybe, but yeah, no, it can't be just comments because Klaus didn't donate and also just dropped one comment, so it makes no sense how he's in third. Klaus, the YouTube plant bot. It is a conspiracy that I'm here for. Alright, if I'm New South Wales, I just go for a field goal here. 9 seconds left. You're right in front. You may as well. You may as well. Ellie Johnston over the top. Oh, they're going to score again, aren't they? They're going to score again, aren't they? Back onto the inside. No, they are not going to score. Geez, very close, though. Dion says, Storm might put on a show this weekend after they lost last week. Yeah, well, Dion, how about this show? You like this show? It's called the Timeout Show. We'll see you later. All right, so half-time here. 8-6 to the Blues at half-time. Queensland have been giving opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to New South Wales. It's like they don't want to hold the ball. They don't want to... what's happened here? Oh, I don't know what. I must have just muted this, unfortunately. I don't know why. But there you go, guys. Halftime 8-6. Obviously, hit that like button and subscribe. Dom Finlayson with the $3 donation says more donos than completions. That is true. That is true. Once we have a look at these apprentices into the top 4, watch out for him. Mitchell now in third place. God help us. Oh my gosh. Let's have a quick look at the stats. I'm not going to go through too many because I don't want to look at how many drop balls Queensland have had. This is the same possession as last night, 58% to 42% New South Wales way. Wowee. And similar completion rates of 78% and 76%. How is Queensland only at 10 from 13? How is Queensland only at 10 from 13? Queensland are down 82-56 on runs. That's 66-76. That's 26 runs different, and they're only down by 150 metres. That's actually not that great for New South Wales. Post-contact meters is 239 and 193. That's also not that great for New South Wales. Queensland are actually winning the middle. It's just they're dropping so much ball, giving so much possession back to New South Wales. Line breaks 2-1 New South Wales. 18 tackle breaks to 9 New South Wales way. Queensland have got the better average statisticians of 36.32. That's what I was saying, with 32.48 for New South Wales. It's not good for the Blues, but yet they're already there in the attacking line because Queensland keep making mistakes. The play the ball speed is wowzers slow. Like 4.01 seconds is what the Maroons are at. 4.37 seconds is what the Blues are at. That is wowzers slow. That is wow slow. I've never even seen that. A 5-3 offloads Blues. 50% kick defusal for the Blues. 75% for Queensland. Both defenses, Queensland's is abhorrent. 82.84% is 88% is the bare minimum, lads. They're at 82.84%. 140 tackles made, 19 missed tackles, and 10 ineffective. That is atrocious. That's 29 bad tackles from 140 made. And for the Blues, 87.69%, just under the bare minimum. 114 tackles made with 9 missed and 7 ineffective, which is 16 bad tackles. So currently it is 29-16 in bad tackles. That's why the Blues are at least at the bare minimum, just nearly, not really, but close enough. And Queensland, abhorrent. Negative plays, 6 errors to Queensland, 4 to the Blues. The penalties conceded, 6 Queensland, 2 to the Blues, and on reports is 1. So that's 12, 13 bad mistakes through penalties or errors for Queensland compared to 6 for the Blues. That is bad. That is really poor. You know, Queensland are actually the better team when it comes to evening out the stats in a comparison notion, but they just aren't having enough ball because of their own silly errors and mistakes, whether they be penalties or errors. That this is why the score is like this and they are down, because they actually haven't been winning the middle. Brenton says, need Abby and Koenig for my multi. How much do you win your multi, Brenton? How much do you win your multi? No, Brenton, you know this is coming. Like, you can have a 1 minute here just because it's a fresh thing, but you know this is coming. Dom says, New South Wales haven't got a conversion in both games so far. Did they not get a single conversion last night? Did they not get a single one? Daryl, what game are you watching? Oh, no, what's Daryl said? Daryl said... that was an entertaining first half. Not if you're a Queensland fan, because they made like 13 errors, whether that be called penalties or knock-ons. You get what you get and you don't get upset. That is correct. But I'm going to be back in 1 second here, guys. I will be back in the 1 of the second. So hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Keep chatting away in the chat, Amundos, and I will be back. The top 3 right now in the community is Olivia, Travsy, and Big Homie. If you're not a part of these 3, you're not a part of the cool gang. Fact. Fact. Thumbs up, subscribe. Has Brenton been timed out again? What have you done this time, Brenton? I know I lost points. You deserve it. You deserve it, son. Oh no, now he's spamming again. Next time it's gonna be 5 minutes, mate. Next time you do this again, you get 5 minutes. Cleary should be calling his girlfriend for some kicking tips because he was atrocious. Yeah, that's wild if they miss every single one. That is wild that he missed every single one. Don Finlayson says United losing to the Asian All-Stars B team. They're doing a parade on buses through the streets of Malaysia was unreal. I knew about this parade, but losing is hilarious. What's this XP thing? Basically, you have to donate. You have to donate like $500, and then you get XP. So as you can see, a lot of people have been donating $500 over here. This is also in USD. Yes, USD. So you learn pretty quickly. Wall watch along. Stream hits different. It's a great wall. It's a great wall. Next time I can put it on this photo if you'd like. I can put it on this this painting, I think. I don't think it's a painting, but it's like a... To be fair, it looks more Vietnamese than it does look Thai. I will show you. Hold on. Yeah, I'm broke now, lagging. Brenton hasn't. Oh, you can kind of see it. You can kind of see. There you go. It looks like more Vietnamese than it does look Thai, to be fair. Hey, how about the views in the men's Origin game? Primetime BK. Mate, primetime! Yeah, we had a primetime one yesterday. We had a primetime one. That was our biggest stream ever. Our biggest one before that was... a Olympic 7 stream. Olympic 7 stream, which was the Rugby Sevens in 2021 for Tokyo. But we streamed all day. Like, that was an all-day thing. It was like 70,000 or 60,000. But yeah, yesterday blew it out of the water with 100,000. It actually hit 120,000, and then like views started coming off it. So I think they must have been removing spam views or whatever. So it was 125,000 or 124,000 when it first finished, and then it came back to 100. Yeah. Preferred the church he was staying in. Yeah, but I'm not in India. Yeah, I'm not in India, buddy. How am I meant to be in the church that I was staying in if I'm not in India? Gee whiz, mate. Put that picture in the Louvre, mate. It's a nice picture. You know, I've been aiming up here on this channel. I'm trying to get some fantastic artwork. That's right. Put that picture in the Louvre. There was a lot of New South in your mouth. Yeah, that's really gay. I'm not gonna lie. And you do you. You know what you do with your life is what you do with your life. But that's very it's very gay. New South in your mouth, because you are talking about Queenslanders take on Queenslanders, not Queenslanders take on Queenslanders. You are talking about Queensland and New South Wales, and I don't want to be saying nothing in no mouths. Don't want to be saying nothing in no mouths in Origin. Are you ever going back to Oz or just living around the world? We'll see how the wind blows, son. We'll see how the wind blows. He's never coming back, even if there's a fire. Even if there's a fire. Or even if John Stamos is there. And I love John Stamos. Anyone that calls it New South and not New South Wales is gay. Fair enough, Daz. Fair enough. Anyone that calls it New South or New South in your mouth is probably a virgin. Daryl Weller says, all-nighter tonight watching England versus West Indies at 10. Yeah, can't wait to not watch that. Can't wait. I'm actually really excited. I'm really, really excited. I've never been more excited to not watch that, yeah? No, really, really, really excited to not watch it. Said Watson said he's buying a houseboat. That'd actually be cool. It's just unfortunately, my dad... Here's the story. I don't know if I've said this on stream before. My dad once bought a houseboat with a hole in it. No, the hole was underneath. So make it make sense, right? He bought a houseboat with a hole in it. Now, you would be very surprised to hear this houseboat sunk. And I was super young. I was like 7 or 8 years old at the time. I don't know if he's watching. If he's watching, it's probably... I don't know if he's happy or he's laughing or he's upset I'm saying this. But bought a houseboat with a hole in it. Wanted to fix it. Didn't fix it. Houseboat sunk. And I used to have this prized possession. It was a chessboard, but it was Star Wars. I was like 7 years old or 8 years old. And this, I loved it. I would always play it with him, play it with anyone who was there. And it was a cool little houseboat. But when the boat sunk, my chessboard was on said boat. And when he came to see that the boat had sunk, my chessboard was just floating through the river. So if anyone knows the Gold Coast, it's like Coomera. Whatever that river is back there, you'll find a houseboat there if you go searching. I don't know what the place is called, but it's like at the back of Coomera. Dom says the guy who scored the winner had 7 goals in 70 games in the Thai Premier League. Get around the Thai Premier League. I want to see what teams are in the Thai Premier League. Obviously, there's going to be Bangkok and maybe Phuket. Obviously, Chiang Mai. Thai Premier League. Is there a Hua Hin team? Is there a Hua Hin team? Because that's my team. That's my team. Still half time, by the way. Ratchaburi, Nakhon Pathom, Nongbua Pichaya, Buriram, Chiang Rai. There is Bangkok United. They won 4-2 in their last game. Get around them. Oh, that was over the weekend. I don't think there is. Unless Prachuap is considered Hua Hin. And they were the team that lost to them. Maybe if I go on Google. Google is usually better for this. That sounds like a bad movie. Yeah, well, there's a lot of bull sharks in that river. There's a lot of bull sharks in every river in Australia, to be fair. Second half's about to start here. So hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, guys. It's a close game. Thai Premier League. Yeah, damn. Can someone tell me what team? If someone can go on Google, I can't because I got to commentate a game. I've actually got to focus on a stream that we're doing here. But Queensland was half with the ball, and they'll get this ball to the 20 through Jessica Elliston. Then take it back to the 15. Then take it back to the 10. Yeah, not good. Boats and hose, mate. If I would love to have like a houseboat, not with a hole in it, but also the problem is that I wouldn't be able to stream. Glory hole, Brenton says. You'd have to ask him, mate. He's a Manly fan, so it wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. He's a Manly fan that originally grew up in Balmain. So, it would not surprise me. Hope it isn't a shark on the other end, Jay. You're a sick man, Daz, mate. You are a sick man. Can they seriously not just play an extra 5 minutes each half? I don't understand why it's only 35 minutes either, Jay. But, oh, that's forward. There's like 3 forward passes there. Row a boat gently up Gently up what? What are we rowing up? Oh, by the way, I got this in Thailand. It's called an herbal inhaler. So it like opens up your nose. Really, I've never actually seen one of these before. Do we even have these? Do we have these in Australia? Like you get different flavors for like herbal inhalers. There's like 100 of them, 100 different flavors and shit down the store. It cost me like $2 Australian. Costs like $2. That'll be good. And what's this flavour? It's all in Thai, so I couldn't tell you. Yeah, it's just red. It's got. It doesn't actually. It probably says it in Thai, but I can't read Thai because Thai is the most confusing language in the world, nearly. So it's gonna be second tackle here for New South Wales. New South Wales at the halfway point. I had those when I was over there. Get your high as balls. These don't get you high. Oh, we have Vicks. Yeah, this would be like a Vicks, but Vicks only has one, like, smell, doesn't it? That's a knock-on from New South Wales. Queensland! Queensland in your mouth. How about that? Herbs and Vaso. You talking about Vaseline here, Brenton? Are you talking about Vaseline? Yeah, I got them in Thailand to the green one's good. Is this red one good? I'll do it right now. It smells like a stronger version of Vicks. I think this might be just like a basic one. But it's Herbal Inhaler 2, so what's Herbal Inhaler 1? Yeah, there's heaps of green coloured containers. Yeah. But you just got to make, in Thailand, you got to make sure it's actually Herbal Inhaler and not a different kind of green. Oh, good. Post-contact. That's 15 metres on the post-contact there from, who is that? I can't see. Jasmine Peters. Wow, what a run. Sure it's not weed? It is not. You can definitely smell weed when you're in Thailand, mate. Everywhere smells like weed. Out to the right side, same like Vegas. Vegas is just weed central as well. Lifted up, there is gel at the bottom. Is there? So third tackle now. For people who don't know what this is, it's this. Is this the gel? No, that's just like... Maybe I've been scammed. There's no gel, mate. No gel. No gel. This actually looks like weed, to be fair. So, fit tackle now for Queensland. They're 15 metres out here from the line. Taryn Aiken off to Lauren Brown. Lauren Brown holds it up, kicks it across, and it will bounce. Oh! That's a try time, Emily Bass. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, I thought she put it down, but she actually threw it back in. So, no, it's Blues ball. So, I'm all over the shop. Sorry, I thought she put this ball down, but she actually just hits it back in. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, it looked like she nearly put it down, but no, she was rolling it back. And the Blues now, they'll flick this ball off with an offload to Jamie Chapo. Don't give her open space. Jessica Elliston. Oh, that was Robinson. I'm all over the shop. Paxes up the Blues. No. Vicks is basically eucalyptus Vaseline. Oh, I didn't even know that. New Orleans was weed central too. Yeah, most of America really is. So they roll it back at the 35. I got another bet on Oliver to get a try. 1.3k win. Oliver? Who's Oliver to get a try? Are you talking about Olivia Higgins? You know this is the women's game, mate. There's no Oliver. Unless I'm off my head here. Maybe this is more than just a herbal inhaler. High tackle, referee! Thank you! Gee whiz, Belinda. They've been doing it all night, ref. Olivia Koenig. So 1.3k win. How much we get in donation pack? How much we getting? Go Olivia Kernick. I hope she scores just a nothing try at the end of the game when Queensland's already won. He has no bet. Jay, no, we live and dream over here, Jay. We live and dream. Oliver Henrik, yeah. Oliver Henrik is my favourite women's player. Oliver Henrik is fantastic. Never seen a better player than Oliver Henrik. Really good when Oliver won the Dally M last year. All right, 30 minutes to go here at the game, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe. New South Wales have won the series, but they're going for a sweep right now. Just another 6-year-old high on red cordial. Mate, you got to love red cordial. Actually, here's a question for everyone. Do you prefer red cordial, orange cordial, or green cordial? And if you say something weird like purple cordial, time yourself out. Out to the right-hand side now, and Queensland at the 40. Now at the 35, third tackle. She was paying $3.90. How much he put on, Pat? He put on $1 million. I'm a green cordial. Yeah, I do like a bit of green cordial. Actually, but do you put like a whole heap of cordial in it, or just like a little bit? It tells me a lot about a person. Green cordial is the one. And that's going to be... Oh, I don't know. Red cordial's pretty good, though. But depends on how much you put in. If you're one of those good people who put in a whole heap, I think you are looking for like some form of drug, but it's just legal. Because it's just way too strong. A little bit. Just nice. Perfect. Mundos. So there's an injury here. I think it's Destiny Brill. I don't think there's anything wrong with the tackle. No, there isn't. Yellow. Is that right, Daz? You prefer yellow, do you? Is that right? That's what I think of yellow. That's what I think of yellow right there, Daz. If you say orange cordial, you need serious help. You do. Like, you seriously do. We're not even joking here. This is not even banter. Like, we have banter on BK Sport. That's not even banter. You do genuinely need to go see a therapist. A therapist. And a psychologist. Good little kick through. And the Blues will get taken down about 2 minutes out from their own line. Lagan Paul says, got to have the cordial sweet, but not too sweet. A good 70 water, 30 cordial. Oh, I'd go 80-20, man. 80-20. I would say 80-20. That was personal. Well, Daz knows what he's doing there. Yellow cordial. What is that? What even is that? Yellow cordial doesn't even make sense. I think it's illegal in Australia, so I did what was right by the law of our country. All right, so the Blues now at the 45, and now they'll be taken down to the halfway point. Green not too strong with ice. Jimmy James, he gets it. He gets it. But everyone's on the green wagon here. You don't like a bit of red? Dearie me. I feel like people just need to get a bit of a grip. You know, share a bit of the love with the red. Pineapple. See, I love pineapple tricks. I actually had a pineapple, slushy today, which was amazing. Queensland, second tackle now to the 25. Had a pineapple slushy today here in Thailand, and they make it incredible. But that was awesome. Cordial, though. Dad, you deserved it, mate. You deserved it. I'm going to say cordial is overrated. Moderators, get him gone for a minute. Get him gone for a minute right now. Get him gone for a minute right now. Just the 1 minute, but get him gone. Get him gone. Get him out of here for 1 minute. Fourth tackle here at the 44. They go out to Lenarduzzi, and Lenarduzzi will be at the 45. Yeah, good on you, Jay Mitchell. Good stuff. Get him out of here. Out to the right now, Lauren Brown will whack a really tough kick to grab here. It's a wobbly one. She's dropped it. Queensland. Oh, it's knocked back from New South Wales and then knocked on from Queenslander. Pasito is the #1 soft drink. What the fuck are you talking about? Pasito is the #1 soft drink. Pasito? #1 soft drink is as good as Queensland's hands right there. It's a knock on Queensland. Pasito is the #1 soft drink. I regret doing this stream now. I regret doing it. So Blues ball at the 15. Pasito. Pasito? Dearie me. Pasito is the best soft drink on the planet, is it? Oh my gosh. You don't return back after that 1 minute. Leave the stream. Look in the mirror. Have a good look in the mirror. I'll out to the left-hand side now. Abby Church has to be the player of the match. She's been incredible. 35 metres out. I wouldn't tip Pasito down my sink. It's a great comment. It's a great comment. So second tackle out to 45. There you go. Enjoy that one, Daryl. Enjoy that one, mate. It's the second tackle. Pepsi is better than Coke. Hey, I'm okay with the discussion there. Blues are away. Blues are away at 25. Then at 20, will be 4 tackle. Pineapple drinks are only good natural, not good on cordial. I agree. Yeah, I hate the yellow cordial pineapple one. But actual pineapple drinks are fantastic. Out to the Blues at the 20, the 15, Serge. Oh, it was Isabel Kelly, sorry. And great defense from Emily Bass. She's been good tonight, Bass. And she goes over the sideline. Emily Bass has been really good tonight. She's been solid. Olivia says he's going to drink his Pasito and watch the England versus... Daryl, you're having a shocker night, Daryl. You're having a shocker. You're doing an all-nighter on Pasito watching England versus the West Indies. What are you doing with your life, Daryl? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's a phenomenal question. David says, hot take, the cheap no-frills cordial with the flavour being red, orange, green was way better and still way better than any Cottee's cordial flavours. I don't know what you're really talking about, but overall, yes, the old cordials were the best. So first tackle, that's a very specific comment. That's a very specific comment on a very basic conversation. That's like, you're naming like actual brands and shit. I couldn't name you an actual brand, but everyone knows the cordials we're talking about. You don't need to name the brand to know it. Right outside of Queensland, 24 minutes ago. It's as if we're not streaming an Origin game right now. But then again, this is what happens when it's a game that has no meaning on the result of the series. Elliston now at the 45. Home brand. Was it home brand? Was it like it was just like whatever it was back in the day. There wasn't selections. It was just like, here's a red cordial, get it India, or here's a green cordial, get it India. That's it. It's none of these Cottee's cordial flavours. Whatever. Frills. What the hell is frills? Well, I don't even know what a frill is. What are we frilling with cordial? I just want either red, green, not yellow though. No yellow. So the Blues here will be at the 50. Black and Decker cordial. Is that like purple apple currant one? Oh, I hate apple currant. Hate it. All right, Johnston now with a big run. That's a high tackle. And she will get the offload away, but it will be a penalty. Is Home Brand the one with the plain white label on a semi-see-through plastic bottle? That should be the one. The sugar-free apple and black currant from Aldi is good. You've let yourself down there, Jimmy. You've let yourself down. Black currant. You've let yourself down. Oh, and so has Olivia. You've both let yourself down. Big question. KFC or Macca's and snack pack or kebab? Snack pack and, depending on the night, KFC or Macca's. But I will say KFC more. Oh, Queensland weren't ready for this. And it will be Isabel Kelly. 1 metre out from the line. No, it's so good. No, it's not. Blackcurrant sucks. I hate to tell you this, but I don't hate it. I actually enjoy telling you it. Ellie Johnston. She's 10 metres out. 5 metres out. Snack pack. Yeah, you got to go snack pack over a kebab, though. Kebabs are great, but snack packs are the shit. Oh, no, Queensland. Oh, Olivia Koenig! Oh, she's so close. I don't think she gets it down, though. She'll be held up. Thank you, Belinda, for not wasting our time in the bunker and just sending it back to the 10. Black and gold one I do recall, Joe. So 10 metres out. Blues on third tackle. Then they flick it back into the inside. Old mate with his $5 million bet. He was cheering, thinking Koenig scored. No Koenig, though. No Koenig. Okay, well, that's just pathetic defense. Jocelyn Keller will score right through the middle of Queensland. And the sweep is looking ever more present here in the women's game. Looking ever more present in the women's game. And there we go. New South Wales will lead 12-6 here with a kick to come. And they're right next to the post, so it will be 14-6 any moment now. FBI says double funeral for Queensland. Yeah, well, the thing is, man, is that ultimately, if the men's, and this is not me coping or anything like that, if the men's was a sweep, I would be impacted a lot more. This does suck. I don't want to see it, but ultimately, right now there are a bigger fish to fry when it comes to the care factor because Queensland already lost the series. That was shit. But the sweep for me, I don't really care a great deal about. In the men's, though, I've grown up my entire life with it. So I definitely don't want to be seeing no sweep in the men's. But in this one, it's like, okay, yeah, it's shit, but I know that next year in the women's game, either team can win, right? But if a team gets on a roll in a dynasty in the men's, it can go on a roll, right? We've seen it with Queensland multiple times. We've seen it with New South Wales 20 odd years ago. You just can't have it in the men's. This in the women's, it can be changed very quickly next year. Who remembers the cases of crystal soft drinks that were home delivered? They were great. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Dom says standards in the bin. Standards went in the bin when some bloke come in here telling us that Pasito was the best soft drink in the planet. Come on, Daryl. David says, did anyone get the no frill? What's this no frills bullshit? What the fuck is a no frill? No frills chips for school lunch. The ones that just said chips in a single colour, with said colour representing the flavour. Example, light blue in original, pink S&V, green chicken. What is it? And now we've got Dad saying crystal meth. What's happening? What is this no frills thing that keeps getting mentioned? Best soft drink is a hard solo. I'd barely call that a soft drink, but you can sort of include it. But Georgia Hanaway on debut will come on the field. So it's 14-6 to the Blues with 20 minutes to go of the game. Guys, hit that like button and subscribe. Brenton says, had to eat with a paddle pop stick. Mate, paddle pop sticks back in the day, they ran shit. They ran town. Schweppes lime cordial is nice. There's a really good lime, like actual lime drink that you get here from one of the local markets. I'm going to the local markets tonight here in Hua Hin. There's a really good lime. It's like cordial, but it's not. It's like pure lime, but cordial. It's really good. I have it with everything. I just ran out. That's why I need to go get some more. Otherwise, I wouldn't be drinking just straight Montfleur. You Mineral Naturel. No Frills were Franklin's home brand. Oh, No Frills is a brand. I thought we were talking about something involving the actual drink itself. So Blues now with the ball at the 35 on third tackle. Olivia says, okay, here's my bone to pick with Woolworths. Get into them. You rip into Woolworths. They've said you can substitute eggs with mashed banana if you can get your hands on them. Australia's going down the toilet, folks. It's losing it's losing its jazz. It's losing its beauty. You can substitute eggs with mashed banana. I don't know what's happening in our country. What happened to the country we all knew? So the Blues... Oh! Queensland drop it. Luckily it goes backwards, though. And Queensland will bring it out to the 15. Olivia, that's vegan talk. Jim James says, Glugs with... There's million conversations happening. Lol, soft drinks from the school tuck shop. No, back in the day, when they had like those little red frog things for like 50 cents. How much are they worth now? You can't go to the tuck shop for less than like $4 or $5 nowadays, surely. Back then, like the brown paper bags that would come to your classroom, nearly a high tackle, fourth tackle for Queensland at 30. That was the best when you ordered lunch from the tuck shop and they would bring the brown paper bag to you. Did they bring it to the classroom, or did you have to pick it up in like one of those crates? 5 cents. That's the one, Jay. Not 50 cents. 5 cents. Yeah. Oh, it might have been 50 cents in my day. 5 cents for you back in 1774. I work at Woolworths and have never heard that in my life. Daz docked again. Daz doxed again. So now we know his name and we know where he works. Or we're going to look around in the Belmore area and we got him. It had your class in the basket. Exactly right. Yeah. 4 pass, referee. Thank you. Queenslander. Queenslander. Yeah, like 1A or 4B. And then it would just have your name written in black Sharpie. Remember when red and green frogs were 2 for 1 cent? 2 for 1 cent? Jeez, well, you're older than Jay, and Jay was born in 1768. So, shit, you're going back some time, Jimmy. Because he just said he was getting red frogs for 5 cents. David says, my 6-year-old son took a $5 a day to the canteen at school and could only afford a small popcorn. That's bullshit. That's ridiculous. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying that's bullshit. Tavana Papali'i, 35 minutes out here from the New South Wales line. He doesn't even like popcorn, but bought it because he wanted to experience buying something. Bless him, man. took $5 and could only get a small popcorn. $5 back when I was in school, which was only was probably 20 years ago, like primary school we're talking about. That could get you the whole shop. You could probably buy one of the lunch ladies for $5. So third tackle now at the 10. That's a really sick thought. Forget what I just said. So Queensland now 2 metres out. Fourth tackle now. They're only down by 8 points, 14-6. All the way back to Taryn Aiken, then across to Mackenzie Wheel. And Wheel is going to be 10 metres away now on fifth tackle. Lunch lady for $5 is wild. It is. I'm so sorry. So fifth tackle. The school wasn't that crazy. Kicks it through. Tries on Queensland. Boo! Boo! Slap your mouth. Call us Stacey. Try time Queensland. It wasn't Stacey who scored. It was... Not sure. I'll tell you in a sec. I grew up with red frogs being like $2 for a small bag with like 7 in it. That's value. That's value. I didn't even mute it. I tried to mute it, but... Oh, it's a Romy Teitzel who scored. Romy Teitzel. Damn, good try. Good try by Queensland. You're never going to be able to stop them now, mate. They might win 13 plus from you. That's a good pickup, though, because you could drop that very easily, that ball, but she did grab it. Durries were only about $1.50 a pack. See, Jay, I've never been a smoker, so I would have no idea. Nowadays, aren't they like $50 or $60 Australian to buy a pack of smokes? I don't buy it. I've never been a smoker. Tasmane says, $5 back in my day got me a LOL packet, an LOL packets of red fogs and a chicken burger. Chicken burger. What school do you go to? Primary school, Ferny Hills Primary School in the west of Brisbane. I actually went to multiple primary schools. I went to a primary school in the city, Brisbane CBD. I also went to Ascot Park. Lauren Brown gets a kick, so it's a 14-12 with 14 and a half minutes to go here. Queensland on the comeback. Here they come. I went to so many primary schools, man. I also went to quite a few high schools. We moved around a lot. My last year at school, it was $5, was 2 Zinger Wing lookalikes inflation. Zinger Wing lookalikes? What's a Zinger Wing lookalike? Seb, what's with the £2 donation? Is that two? Yeah, it's £2, not euro. Shit, I'm confused. I think that's a £2 donation. Get around here. What are red frogs? I'm not sorry anymore for getting the pound and euro wrong. I think it's a pound. I'm not sorry anymore because you not knowing what red frogs means, you did not grow up. You did not grow up. Your childhood unfortunately sucked. Seb Watson, I'm sorry to tell you that. I'm not sorry. But I apologise for you that you were not able to experience what red frogs are. But thank you, Seb Watson, for the donation. Yeah, your childhood must have sucked. Yeah, David. Yeah, no, he's finding out now that he didn't actually have a childhood. So left-hand side of a Queensland, down by 2, second tackle. And this is a great set here. They're already at the 50 on third tackle. I used to go buy cigs for my mum, 73 cents for a packet of Viscount 20s. Yeah, I don't know what that is. But, oh, Queensland away! Queensland to 40! 35, taken down to the 30. Here we go. Here we go. Out to the right-hand side. Fourth tackle now for Queensland. Slips over the 25. Mitch, I'll get to that in 1 second. 25 metres out. Hanaway. Lauren Brown kicks it through. Sit up, 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 sit up. Yes! Dropout coming up. Dropout coming up. Cal J, get around you. Thank you very much, Mitchell, for the $10 redo donation. Says you deserve a timeout for that, Seb. Listen, Seb can get a 1 minute timeout. He can get a 1 minute timeout for that. It's not actually his fault. Actually, he shouldn't get a minute timeout. It wasn't his fault that he didn't have a childhood. It's not actually his fault, so we won't time him out. He's very lucky. I'm a very compassionate man. But thank you very much for the $10 redo donation, Mitchell. He's up to number 2 now, Mitchell. Gee whiz. Up to number 2. Scary scenes, Mitchell being there. Darryl Weller says, did you go to school with anyone famous? I graduated at Wavell High with the Veronicas. No, but my house in the Gold Coast is about, was about 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes away from where Margot Robbie was. Margot Robbie went to Emmanuel, which was in the same school system when I was at King's. So second tackle now, 22 metres out. Taryn Aiken. Taryn Aiken gives it out. Lefippo. She'll be 15 metres away now. Third tackle. Here comes Queensland, down by 2. 12 minutes to go here. Taryn Aiken at the 15. Gives it across here to Lauren Brown. Lauren Brown off to Romy Teitzel. And Teitzel will be inside the 10 now. 9 metres away on 4 tackle. Queensland trying to avoid a sweep right now. Hanaway. Short ball, not the play. Luckily it wasn't a knock on. And Papali'i will be taking a touch. So it will be New South Wales ball at 10. Good defence. JCHB for Queensland. What does that mean, Frost? David says, Jay, his life really sucked then, and I genuinely feel sorry for him. Oh, Jay said, but Seb wasn't eating no frills chips and cordial. This is no frills shit. It's out of this world. Brenton says, Margot Robbie with a drooling face. Yeah, she's a Queenslander, mate. Yeah. Yeah, no, there's video footage of her supporting the old mighty Maroons, mate. Yeah, well, our women are better looking, to be fair, in Queensland. Mitchell says, did you follow her home every day? This is why you are in serious need of one of those, like, ankle bracelets. You need a serious ankle bracelet on you, Mitchell. Did you follow her home every day? You're something else. Get that ankle bracelet on immediately. Players are probably watching right now. Third tackle at 35. Dom says, cheapest thing at the tuck shop at my school was a crate of old bruised apples. Each one was $3.80, and they labelled it fresh fruit. Surely it was a piss take. When were you in primary school? $3.80 for an apple? Or are you saying the whole crate of apples was $3.80? I hate bruised apples. And we'll be taken down here at the 10 on first tackle. Good slap back there from the Blues. 10 minutes to go here of the game, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. Oh! Nearly a knock-on, but Queensland don't drop it. Who's top of the community right now? Oh, Olivia's still flying to the top. You can't ever chase her down. She's too good. Olivia's she's too good in the community stands. Mitchell's trying hard, but the lesson is never to try. Tried your best, you failed miserably. The lesson, unfortunately, is never to try. So, fourth tackle here for Queensland. They haven't made a great deal of metres at the 25. They need to make a big play here, and that's not the play from Lauren Brown. Fifth tackle. Cal J with the $8 doozy donation says, going to be at the Titans game on Saturday. I'm nervous as hell, but I have hope Titans can put up a fight. Love you, Blaze. Appreciate you, bro. We're all nervous, mate. We're all nervous. But New South Wales will get the ball to the 30 after Queensland make a mistake. We are all nervous for what could be on show there. But Des Hasler has a good record against Craig Bellamy. With that being said, it's the Titans. It's the Titans. But we will be live here on the channel. Have fun at the game, mate. Each one was $3.80, Dom says. Well, that's just crazy. Well, that's just, they're scamming you. Your school's a bunch of scammers. So first tackle with the Blues at the 25. Frost says, Jaden is Queensland eligible and in my opinion should play game 3 for dead rubber and still going good. Disagree. I think Tom Dearden will get that shot first. But I would love to see JC do it. I just don't think JC's anywhere close to being ready yet. He's still adjusting and adapting to playing the 7 on a consistent basis for the Titans. And obviously the Titans, we've got our own problems. So as much as I love JC as a bloke and I love JC as a player, it's still a little bit early. They've thrown the ball over the sideline, the Blues. Queenslander, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, Queenslander. I finished in 2022. You finished primary school in 2022? Well, either way, primary school or high school. If your primary school finished in 2022, this is an interesting place for you to be here in BK Sport because it's full of banter and shit talk. But if it was high school, then we'll kind of referring more so to primary school days. Bretton says Seb ran the glory hole gang. Okay. David says, now scamming kids of their canteen money by flogging expired fruit is evil genius territory. Welcome to Australia. JC has that spark for State of Origin. Not yet. I'd go Sexton over Dearden. He's a 5'8" and rocks and diamonds. Disagree. I think Dearden was one of the better Queenslanders last night, and I also think that Dearden is more experienced in that calibre arena. I think you're just a little bit early. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that you're a bit early to thinking that JC's there because Queensland needs a bit more stability right now and they have to go through an experienced player in Tommy Dearden who has been there before, has played well before, has won a game 3 decider before. Plus also had a decent enough game last night considering. How far down the pecking order is Fogarty for Queensland? That's another good shout there. I would say that Fogarty's probably just behind Dearden. Sam Walker would have been there, but he's injured. Ezra Mem's an idiot. But Sam Walker would have been there, but unfortunately he did his ACL. I think Jamal Fogarty is actually probably just behind Dearden. Hunter Honey with says we need one more. Just one more. Or a penalty. Could still put JC on bench. Great cover. I just don't think it's going to happen. But I would love to see it. I love JC. I think it's too early. I know he's not a young, fresh chicken like a 20-year-old anymore. I think he's like 26, 27 now. But the point is that I don't think that's the kind of play Queensland's searching out for right now in the 7. Well, finishing grade school in 2022 made me feel so old. Out to the left-hand side. Here we go. Queensland taken down at the 45 on 4th tackle. That's why these streams are a really good mix, because you do have a lot of the old generation like Jay, who was born in the 1800s, and then you do have a lot of guys who are finishing school, and also we do have some teenagers here, but they do get found out pretty quickly, and then usually say some really stupid shit that gets them sent to the bin or sent off. Oh, knock on Blues! Queensland away! Queensland, go! Oh, knock on Queensland, but Queensland will get the ball at 30. Here's a chance. Here's a chance. Come on. My cousin was born in 2018. She celebrated her 7th birthday. Yeah, but see, Craxy, your cousin's missed out on the whole plot. If you weren't, like, your cousin's missed out on the whole plot. Like, everything happened. She missed out on everything. So sorry. Tasman says, if the 10-day contract player from the Broncos gets picked, Australia will rise. Dude, man. Ezra Mam getting a spot there would be just mind-blowing. All right, 7 minutes to go here. Queensland do have the momentum by a significant amount as well. Out to the left now, and Queensland through Jasmine Peters, who's run the ball hard. She's 20 metres out. 7 minutes left here. Queensland now 15 away. Comment in the chat who you think wins from here. Is it Queensland, who are down by 2 and avoiding a sweep? Or is it New South Wales, who are up by 2 and going for the sweep and are at home at McDonald Jones Stadium in Newcastle? Queensland 3 metres away from the line, 3rd tackle. All they need is a penalty to tie it up. And if they can get a try, they will go into the lead. Queensland! Good defence there from the Blues. Very good. They slap it down 4 metres out. They should bring in Horseborough. You're lucky you don't get timed out. Out to the back. This is slow. Taryn Aiken kicks it through. Play that knock on by the Blues. Yeah, knock on by the Blues. Let's go. Come on, Queensland get a fresh set of 60, 10 minutes out. If I'm the Blues, you challenge it. But you will lose the challenge. But they should just challenge it just for the sake of it. Other than Gus, who has ever said that? Daryl? What did Daryl say? Daryl says, they say that Galvin is the best 6 coming through at the moment. I think it's strange from the Raiders. Oh, I think it's strange. You need to comment there. I think it's strange from the Raiders. 1 second. Let me just see if this is a knock on here first. Good little, not a good kick from Taryn Aiken, but kicked nonetheless. I don't know why we're still looking at this, because she's clearly kicked that. Well, no, the player who comes for the ball is in an onside position. Or are they going to say this is stripped out by Queensland? Yeah, knock on. Just making a tackle. I would slightly say that's a 50-50 call on the basis that her hands are going for the ball. She doesn't get to it, and then her hands are following through with it, which, yeah, I get it. It's a 50-50 call. Bunker Rob. Well, the original call was a knock on anyway, so Bunker just went with the on-field decision effectively. I would say that Ethan Strange hasn't been great this year. I would say Galvin's a very good player. Like, it would be between Galvin and Ethan Strange, but it's a tough question, actually. That's a high tackle. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. No? Crazy. First tackle, 6 minutes to go here. Queensland, 5 metres away. They only need 2 points to tie it up. Travis says, Queensland will error. No, you will error, mate, in your ridiculous statement. Second tackle now, 2 metres away here from the line. Brigham Shaw, dummy half to Chelsea Leonard. Oh, save! fucking try time in your mouth. Come on, son. Oh, Queenslander. Queenslander. Try time. Take that one, Travsy. Right up in the esophagus. 16-14 Queensland with a conversion to come. Try time in your mouth, son. Try time right up in your mouth. Right now, the sweep is being avoided. Chelsea, Lenarduzzi, you just can't stop him, mate. A little bit of Lenarduzzi, son. Booska! New South Wales fans, I'm just saying, you're only as good as your last game. You're only as good as your last game. Gus was also the same bloke that said Tohu Harris would have won the Dally M medal in 2023. There's no way he actually said that, did he really? Tohu Harris is great, but not Dally M caliber. Maybe Dally M 13. Oh, sorry, yeah, Team of the Year 13, but not Dally M. Galvin has a lot of glaring holes in his game, but he's also only 20. Yeah, I agree. Olivia Reed, $3 donation, says Sarah, where are you? Sarah's not here. Sarah's gone. Sarah's so far gone, it's not funny. Sarah's very much gone. But 4.5 minutes to go here. Lauren Brown to take the conversion to make it a 4-point game, which means that New South Wales will have to score a try. But thank you very much, Olivia. Number 1. In the first time that community section has been here, number 1, Olivia. The ego must be massive. It's very important to be number 1 on that community tab. Very important. Dasmate says, New South Wales will score a try. I need you to stop lying to the audience, Dasmate. I need you to start being truthful. I need you to start really respecting the game of rugby league and talking as if Queensland's going to win 13 plus. Galvin, another 5 years will be good, Dion says. Well, you hope that it doesn't take 5 years for that to happen. No, Brenton. Like I said, Dasmate, you've got to start really paying attention, start talking to the audience like the adults that they are, and not saying that New South Wales can still win. It's not possible. It's not possible. And that's not going to go 10, so that's Queensland. Boo! What? That did not go 10. Belinda's sharp. Clock on, mate. Clock on, Belinda. Clock on. It went like 8 metres. All the New South Wales players recognised that it didn't go 10. All the Queensland players recognised it didn't go 10. The touchy recognised it didn't go 10. Belinda Sharp was willing to play the game on. Like, it's at the 8. Like, it touched her at the 8, mate. What do you mean it'll be tight? It touched her at the... Who's saying play on in the commentary? Mate, you guys are off your rocker in commentary if you're trying to say and justify that was past the 10. They're off their rocker. Dude, the commentary's on. They're on fire right now. They're saying that should have been play on. It was the ball's only going to touch the 10. Well, the problem here is that it only went 8 metres and didn't go to the line and didn't go to the 10. Like, what is the commentary doing? Chelsea Lenarduzzi will be 20 metres out from the line. The winner in the last game wins the series. Correct, Olivia. New South Wales fans need to recognise this. Unfortunately, they try to avoid it, but true story is you're only as good as your last game. So 4 tackle here for Queensland. 12 metres out. Travis says, let's go Golden Point. Let's not. Out to the right. Aiken, Lauren Brown. She'll get taken down. 15 metres out. I think she lost that. And they won't say that she lost it. Damn, Belinda's on fire tonight. So Queensland 13 metres away. Oh, no, that's a knock on. Oh, no, she's actually knocked it back. Oh, no, Blue. If she knocked that back and the Blues ran away for a try, I might have thrown up. 0 tackle now for the Blues. They'll be taken down here at the 30. First tackle. Just like 35-minute halves. That really grinds your gears, doesn't it, Jay? The 35-minute halves thing. So Jessica Sturgis looking for something. Can't do it. Julie Robinson defensively tonight has been so good. Julie Robinson from the Brisbane Broncos. Well done to her. She's had a fantastic game. New South Wales here, third tackle at the 40. 1 minute 54 to go here. Come on, Queensland. Avoid the sweep and shove it right up there with the sun don't shine, New South Wales. Because you're only as good as your last game. New South Wales to Southwell. No! Oh, that was a good run there, however, from Abby Church. She is honestly going to get... She can't get player of the match if she in the losing team, but I would nearly say Julian Robinson should get it as a winger, which doesn't normally happen, and I don't think she'll get it, but Lauren Brown's been good. Surges. It's a good run from... No way. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Taken down to the 25th tackle. Minute 22 to go here. For the love of God, Queensland, hold out. For the love of God, Queensland, hold out. Southwell. She'll put it into the air. Please. It's a bad kick. It's a dropout. Okay. New South Wales will get the ball with about 30 seconds to go. They have to score a try to tie the game up and send it to extra time, or they can convert and win the game. If Queensland hold out, they will avoid the sweep. If New South Wales can win, they will get the sweep. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. It's free. Smack the like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. We'll be back tomorrow for whoever's playing. I don't know who's playing tomorrow. Dragons and Knights, maybe, or something? It is literally Dragons and Knights. All right, here we go. Thank you very much, Dom Finlayson, for the $3 donation. But here we go. Queensland will whack this one down. Dom said, please, Queensland, hold out, you mother bitches. New South Wales here with a good run. No, for the love of no. 30 seconds. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Blues here to the left-hand side. Don't do it. Samima Taufa. She's 5 metres out of the line. Second tackle. Do not do it. Do not do it. 5 metres out. Hold out, Queensland. Hold out, Queensland. Southwell. She'll go out to the right. Surges. They've got 12 seconds left here. Good tackle by Queensland. That's Ali Brigginshaw. Mate, that's an experienced tackle if I ever did see one. Here we go. Don't give away. Oh, you can give away a penalty, actually. Who gives a shit? They'll go a penalty. Who cares? Oh, it's in the bin. Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't do it. No. There's one final play here for the Blues. There is one final play. Chelsea Lenarduzzi goes to the bin. You've got one play to hold out here, Queensland, to not get swept. You've got one play to hold out here. It's a 13-on-12 game with one final play. The Blues, Keely Davis. Koenig. No, get it down, get Abbey Church down. It's a knock on for Queensland, so it's still play on. Queensland get the ball, but it will be, I don't have it called knock on. Queensland are away. Under 45. It's a knock on for Queensland there, so Blues will get another shout. It's a... Queensland! Right in your fucking mouth! Come on, Queensland. They win 18-14. You're only as good as your last game. You are only as good as your last game. No, Daz, mate, there's no 2-1. You're only as good as your last game. We are the winners. We also won in New South Wales. No, guys. No, there's no series is ours. We only care about what the last game is, and Queensland are the champions. Congratulations to the Queensland women's team who do win it all. As we all know, last try wins, and also the last game is the winner of the series. So, no, unfortunately, Brenton, who said our last game was in Suncorp last night. No. We watched the women's game. We've got to start being a lot more accepting, mate, of the women's game, which is the pinnacle of the sport, and the Queensland women's team are the winners. Larging says, who gets the shield? We don't actually really think about the shield too much. We just think about who won the last game, because it's obviously, life with social media nowadays is very much in the now. It's like what we want now, what we get now. Bing, bang, boom. Bubba da boop. Bubba da bip. Queensland win. Thank you for coming. This is how it is. I know this is pissing Blues fans off so much. They're just commenting about the series and the shield. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. Lift the shield, Blues. No. That shield is like a Mickey Mouse Cup. It's like winning the Carling Cup, like the League Cup in the Premier League over there in England. It's like a small time thing. You don't care about winning the shield. Who cares about the shield? I care about the winning. And what I last saw was Queensland win. Am I right? Dasmate says strip club time. Yeah, strip club time for Queensland after the win. Big Brick says at least Queensland wins some form of origin game. No, you're only as good as your last game. No, it's not some form. It is the pinnacle. This was the pinnacle of origin. This is more important than last night for sure. I've never seen something more important. This game was the one that we all cared about. New South Wales fans and Queensland fans, we only cared about this game. So it's really, I'm grateful that we were able to witness such sheer Queensland dominance in New South Wales tonight to beat New South Wales in New South Wales as well. What a spectacular effort. Jimmy James's game's over, stop living in the past. Well, the current winners of Origin is the last game. Yeah. David says, we only accept participation awards, Queensland. Well, you unfortunately couldn't spell awards there, which does show New South Wales education, which does mean that even if you were to have a shield that is a Mickey Mouse shield, unfortunately you do need to invest a lot more into your education system. Travsy says, thanks for another awesome evening, big fella, and some weird-ass chat there. Party peoples, I'm out. Get around ya. Dom Finlayson says, New South Wales can take the Pasito and Cordial Cup. Yeah, exactly right. It is the Pasito and Cordial Cup. And we wouldn't even tip that down the sink. You know what? Okay, here we go. I'll ask Olivia. Olivia is number one in the community for today. She's got the number one crown, so it's down to her. Everything comes down to your opinion here, Olivia. Do you think that it matters who wins the series, or it matters who wins the final game of the series? You know, it's a big question for you, Olivia. Whatever you say goes. Do you think that it matters more who wins the series, or who wins the final game of the series? Toby says, can't wait for New South Wales to take home every series. What don't matter? Don't matter. Series don't matter. Final games matter. Speaking about no childhood, apparently my 13-year-old cousin has never watched a Lilo and Stitch. I want to go watch that at the movies. If it's meant to be the last showing at 7, so I might go tomorrow, but I want to go see that one. Olivia, just think about your answer. Olivia knows. Olivia is well and truly on top of it. Okay, and that's going to be the end of the stream. I'm not reading out Olivia's comment. I'm going to accept number 2. Who is number 2 on the leaderboard? No, we're not going to accept number 2. We will accept Dom Finlayson in number 3. Dom Finlayson, you get to answer the question because Olivia has unfortunately had a meltdown of epic proportions here. Epic proportions. So, Dom Finlayson, you get to decide, is the series that matters more or is it the final game? Yeah, no, Brenton, we can all come together, sing Kumbaya, and disagree with Olivia's comment. That is not accepted. That is unfortunately not accepted. Daryl says, as a Queenslander, it's all about the shield. Oh, for God's sake, Daryl. Come on, mate. Read the fucking room, mate. Daryl, read the room, mate. Read the room, mate. Like, come on, guys. Like, really, is it that hard to understand what's happening here? And luckily, Daryl's not the one who gets to... Yeah, exactly right. Dom Finlayson says final game, argue with a wall. Gee whiz. That is like, gee, like, Daryl, come on, man. You got to do better than that. You as a Queensland, it's all about shield. Like, come on, mate. You know, you're not a Queenslander at this point. So with that logic, Queensland did an 8-peat. Thank you very much. No. We only changed the rules this year, Toby. Yeah, no. You know how the NRL changes its ruling every year? They change it after, like, between 2024, 2025. The NRL sits down. They discuss, like, when the 6 again rule came in 10 years ago. That 6 again rule didn't exist. That didn't exist 10 years ago. You see how things change? You've got to live with the times. You got to live with the changing in life. And unfortunately for New South Wales, we did change it from the first 2 games don't matter as long as Game 3 is won. And Game 3 was won by Queensland. Craig says he got you there. No, he just doesn't understand the conversation that we're having right now. This is not a good stream. Thanks. Appreciate it, man. We'll be back for Dragons Nights tomorrow. Let's hang around for the shield lift. No, we've got to go here, Branson. My watch here says that it's definitely time to leave. We don't need to sit here and watch anything, actually, because, again, as I said, shield doesn't matter. Now, listen, it depends on how Game 2 goes in the men's, because if Game 2 is won by Queensland, then the series is well, firstly, it's definitely still on, and the shield definitely matters. If the Game 2 is actually won by New South Wales in Perth, unfortunately, the NRL have adjusted the rules as well. And it is only who wins Game 3. And fun fact for you, the NRL, Peter V'landers actually came out and said this himself, that regardless of Game 3, if Queensland don't win Game 3, then it's only the shield holders who have won the most series in a row. And unfortunately for the Blues fans, it is Queensland for 8 years, back from 2006 to 2013. So, yeah, look, I'm sorry to tell you this and be the bearer of bad news. Don't shoot the messenger. Please don't shoot the messenger. That is just how it works nowadays. And, you know, you got to start clicking on down there in New South Wales. Maybe talk to your education minister. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow for Dragons versus Knights. This weekend, actually, let's quickly go through the NRL for this weekend. So we've got Dragons versus Knights on Friday. We've got a bye on Saturday at 12 p.m. It was meant to be Titans Storm, but we're going to go with a bye. Cowboys, Tigers, and then Manly versus the Broncos. Then on Sunday, we've got another 3 games, which is Rabbitohs, Warriors, Panthers and the Eels, and then the Roosters and the Raiders, with the byes being Bulldogs, Dolphins, and the Sharks. Bulldogs, Dolphins, and the Sharks. Ryan Kropelsick says, take the win, mate. It's the only win you're going to get this year. We won everything, though. I don't think you understand the situation you in New South Wales just put yourself in. The rules were adjusted. This is the game that mattered. I don't know how many more times I've got to explain this. I'm happy the Queensland run ended when I was 7. Unfortunately, it's incorrect. The rules were still the same back then. It was a series. What's education? Well, in Newcastle, I wouldn't expect you to understand, unfortunately, Brenton. But all right, guys, appreciate you. Thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you to everybody who donated. The number 1, 2, and 3 of the community, I will read this out every time, was Olivia in 1, Dom in 2, and Brenton in 3. Dom gets it. He was the one who got to have the ultimate deciding factor. We appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Boom. See ya. Queensland winner. Queensland winner.